New banger.
It's Nukkle HeDD Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb and the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
You can call Dolph Lundgren. You can call fucking Carl Weathers. You can get fucking Eddie Murphy in this motherfucker. You can get Time Mac. You can get Chuck Norris. It don't fucking matter. We got 2 years until fucking Marvel decides to make their own movies, so no one can defend the shit that we gonna talk about tonight when we rewrite history in the Marvel MC fucking you. And you're welcome already, because I know they're probably gonna take our fucking ideas, because we got the fucking powerhouse in the goddamn building. Ray's not here to take over and talk about Star Wars no goddamn more. Cabs is here ready to do Marvel's job. Cabs is already here on the game front. He's already here ready to talk about Blade.
Yes, I'm doing Marvel's job video game wise.
We're not talking about this motherfucking Blade right here that I cut you with. We talking about some real shit. We talking about some vampire killer shit.
Yo, so MCFU is hilarious and it works regardless. It's the MC motherfucking U. MCFU just works.
Where is that?
You said MC motherfucking U.
Oh, okay.
You see? Proof. It's all freestyle every time. This man's a genius. But MCFU works perfectly.
There you go. MCFU. That's what we're calling it. To this day, motherfucker. Shit.
Oh, man. That was fucking fantastic. How y'all boys doing, man?
Chilling, man. I'm about to this day. Hey, I was about to break this button shit. I don't know how many times they wanted me to press it.
Yo, Mr. Loki, what's popping? So tell these people what we doing today.
Yo, today we are doing Pie in the Sky theories. As of right now, the only thing that's coming out is Deadpool 3.
To be honest, I'm okay with that. Let people miss Marvel a little bit. We haven't missed Marvel in over 10 years. Let
Yeah.
people remember. I made the fucking association last time to Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, instead of dropping shit yearly, they took a break. Technically, they're not taking a break, MCU, but they took a break, and now look, MCU, Assassin's Creed doing just fine. So you know what? Take a break. I actually feel great that it's Daredevil that's Deadpool that's going to be the only one 2024 because it makes sense. He is the wild card.
Yeah.
He like if we're not going to do any MCU movies for an entire year, but you have trolley ass Deadpool doing one, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's
And
perfect.
just to take this cheap joke, Echo you can have because she ain't gonna say much.
So Echo's 2024 is Daredevil 2024? No.
Daredevil might be 2026.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Take your time. Let people miss Marvel again. People are sick. They don't want to. Yo, we go an entire year with no shows. Well, one show and one movie. It's yo, come early 2025, you're gonna be like, damn, yo, where's Marvel at?
Dude, here's another cheap joke. People don't want Miss Marvel. They want to miss Marvel.
Yes. No, that's not a joke. That's bars. That's bars. That's not jokes. Bar. That's a bar, and that's a real good bar.
Yeah, these people nowadays don't know nothing about that shit in the music industry.
Nah. That's bars right there. Yes, we need to miss Marvel. If anything, we need to miss Taekwon.
Word.
Cab's trying to readjust himself in our lives like a deadbeat father. Yo, I'm just starting to show up at baseball games and shit.
You got that jar of milk?
Yeah, I'm just standing in the back and not saying anything. I'm just like,
people ask me, what's in the bag? Pack of cigarettes and milk. That's what I've been getting for the last 10 years.
It's been a while. Ty, stop acting like you ain't grow up in a happy home, bro.
Right? You probably got two fathers. You never know.
Yeah, you probably went to a private school,
Hogwarts and shit.
You had to wear a tie uniform to go to. You had to wear a blazer to go to school. Yeah.
Damn,
you had boar's head ham and cheese.
Yo, what's that shit from 8 Mile? His real name's probably Clarence, and he was loved by both of his parents.
Yeah, his real name is Clarence. Like you have boar's head. Like you had Tropicana. We had Sunny D. I used to take the Sunny D, split it in half, put water in each and sugar, and we had 2 juices. You ain't lived that life, Ty. You don't know what a tang witch is. You know, come on, Ty. Ty was raised in the suburbs. You can tell.
We're in the suburbs of Texas.
Yeah, which maybe doesn't sound as great. Shout out to Texas. I've been to Texas plenty of times. I've been to Houston. I've been to Dallas. I still haven't gone to Austin. I need to go to Austin, but Texas is dope. Funny story about Texas. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
So I went to Texas. When I went to Houston, it was during COVID. I went over there to see Andrew Schultz, the comedian. One of the best shows he's ever done. To this date, people recognize it as that. So I was out there. And during the show, I'm gonna go get some drinks. I'm in line. There's 2 white dudes just completely blitz. Like, bruh, we all just got here. How you so lit already? Pre-gaming, sure. So then it's 2 lines. I'm in the line with the white boys. And then on the left side, there is the biggest Mexican I've ever seen in my life. This motherfucker look like T-Hawk from Street Fighter. No offense to anybody. Bro was big. And he had a mask on. It's COVID time. You know what I'm saying? He had a mask on. And the white dudes are just getting at him like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? This is Texas. Yo, dudes in Texas during COVID was wild. I took off my mask for my own safety type shit. They saw you with a mask in Texas. It was crazy. So he's talking hella shit. And big Mexican dude, he knows the play. He knows not to fall into that shit. But I see him like, when you start, when your hand is at your side and you start doing all of this.
Yeah.
Yo. So I'm here. I'm like, I'm not saying nothing. So then the white dude starts walking across me to go to the Mexican. And I'm like, bruh, you don't want to do that. I put my hand in front of him like, you don't want to do that. You don't see that guy? Like, bruh, let people just chill. He's like, nah, man, it's just, fuck the government and fuck establishment. Like, I hear you, but look at that guy. And then his friend, who was a little bit more sober, was like, hey, we're sorry. He's fucked up, blah, blah, blah. But no lie, I think I stopped the massacre.
Yo, for real.
Because, dude, this kid he looked like a wrestler. You know who he reminded me of, like, Rikishi, but taller.
Oh, shit.
Dude, and he was like he was a fit guy. He was big, but like he didn't have a belly or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? This dude was in the gym. Dude was ripped. He looked like Slater times 5. I'm like, yo, out of all the people to mess with, don't mess with that guy right there. Maybe he had his mask on for a certain reason. Like, leave him alone. But I legit stopped the massacre in fucking Houston, Texas.
Yo, you're better than me. I'd have been like, go get him, Haas.
Nah, yeah, I put him up. Like, yeah, fuck COVID. Fuck the government. It's all bullshit. Nah, because he could have taken us all 3. I'm not even gonna lie. This guy was humongous. And I know just because you see a big person don't mean they could fight. But I
sometimes you don't want to find out.
Yo, I felt it in this guy. Pause. I felt it like this guy could defend himself.
Yo, and being from New York, from where we from, we know who you fuck with, who you don't fuck with.
I was like, nah, this ain't the guy. I was like, bruh, cut it out.
Yo, see, our math is different because you said that dude could take out the 3 of you. My math would have been like, well, this dude could take out them 2, and then I'm just standing in line.
Sure. Sure.
But the only way I get in there to help is at the end when we need to mop him off the ground.
I don't want to catch a stray for instigating, though. You know what I'm saying? Nah, dude was big, bro. And I'm like, yo, why are you? It's crazy. And it's like, yo, you saw that a lot in Texas, bro. I went into so I was out there dolo the whole time, right? So I was just like visiting places dolo and going to restaurants. So I went to a restaurant dolo and, they had the don't tread on me signs. And, I'm not trying to start anything here. This ain't no political talk, but, you see that sign as there's a lot of Latinos in Texas, but as, I saw that sign. I'm like, okay, tread lightly. And just like somebody walked in with a mask. Masks were like a thing, bro. And like they walked in with a mask, like, oh, you don't need that here. Like the people working there. So yeah, you don't need that here. And you're like, no, but I just want to keep it on. Well, okay, well, you don't have to. It's like people in Texas were offended that you wore a mask. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. But I had a great time. Andrew Schultz is a legend. And Andrew Schultz is coming to Miami March 16th. I will be seeing him then again. Dude's a fucking hilarious.
Yep. You got to give us a report of how many deaths you prevented.
Yo, well, it's Miami, so it's a little different. I mean, don't get me wrong. People hate the masks here too. I remember 2021, I went to Tampa to watch the Bucks. Damn, I travel alone a lot. It's fucking hilarious. So I'll go to Tampa, and this was like the vaccines were already out, and they had already started being administered or whatever. This was October 2021. Remember, those vaccines dropped February 2021.
Yeah.
January. So I'm at the hotel where I'm staying at, and I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot my vaccine card. And she's like, fuck. And I was like, she's like, yeah, this is Tampa. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, like, we had our, Florida's very similar to that, but hopefully we don't have any kind of issues like that this other show of Andrew Schultz. Because let me tell you, that shit was crazy. Like, just leave people alone, man. Like, what do you care if someone else is wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Again, not this is not a political show, but it's fucking hilarious that that in your example, that the people who are like, don't tell us what to do, are immediately like, yo, we're gonna tell you what to do.
Exactly.
Don't
Yo,
wear the fucking mask. Like, get out of here.
don't get me started on that, Cap, because it's the weirdest thing ever. Like it's all right. Like I will say this about like masks. If you see someone in the car by themselves with a mask, don't threaten them, but you can make fun of them all you want because that was ridiculous. You don't
like,
in the car dolo? That's crazy. Uber driver? Maybe they forgot to put it down after a shift, after a ride. Sure, but like if you slide in dolo the whole time, just mask on in the car. That's crazy. That's crazy. We don't need all of that. Welcome to Red Pill Podcast. No. Sorry. We pine in the sky today.
Shit, that could be a part of the MCU right there. We start off with a Uber driver wearing a mask.
Like a fucking MCU pandemic type shit.
Yeah, and a fucking the fucking evildoer is talking shit about the MCU guy, and then boom, Spider-Man comes in talking shit about him, and it's your mama off. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that gives me a great thing. Spider-Man's first trip to Texas, and everybody's yelling, "Why are you wearing the mask, boy?
Yeah.
Get out of here, you snowflake!" Like,
I'm from New York.
Look at them pansy Yankees up there, always with their goddamn mask.
I'm fucking Spider-Man, bro. What do you mean? I need to wear this. That would be so funny. Speaking of that, we got What If coming soon. I'm hyped about What If.
Yep.
I think that, like, I know I try to, like, suppress the feelings and shit or whatever, but I'm actually excited about What If. The 16, so I saw that. Yeah, man, that's the one.
That's the shit I'm waiting for.
Yeah, that's most anticipated for me. I actually read some of that run before. I'm very excited to see how they do that shit here. What if the Avengers met in 1602? That's probably gonna be my most anticipated episode of this whole thing.
I have been dying to pick up that comic, and every time I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do it, I run out of money.
Yeah, no, like I read a little bit about it online, and I did a couple of researches and shit, but I never like really sat down and read the whole thing.
That's
super
fucking
hyped
Neil
about
Gaiman.
it. I'm so hyped about it.
Neil Gaiman wrote that, like that.
So it's gold.
Yeah,
it's gold. No. That is, and like I love how they're releasing it. It's throughout Christmas. It's like an episode every day. So good vibes.
It's 9 episodes, right?
9, correct.
See, this is how you know people at Marvel are not paying attention. If you're gonna release it during Christmas, why is there not 12?
True.
12 days of Christmas.
True. Let me see. Let me check. What if season 2
was actually good?
Damn.
Speaking of pie in the sky, episode list. Yeah, there's 9 of them. Damn, 12 episodes would have been cool. And it's funny because it should have been 8 episodes because we're getting the Tony Stark Nebula one. That should have been season 1. Remember, that was supposed to be in the first season. Yeah. We saw it in like the intro. We would see like clips of it. And it's like, yo, are we ever getting this? Which I'm interested in that as well. The episode list is, what if Nebula joined the Nova Corps? Peter Quill attacked Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I'm down to see that one. Happy Hogan Saved Christmas. That's giving me like a Party Thor vibes. Iron Man crashed into the Grand Master. That also seems very fun. Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper. I know people were meh about Captain Carter, but I'm hyped about it.
That was one of the best fucking sequences.
I love the Captain Carter stuff. And then episode 6, December 27th, is the Avengers Assemble in 1602. And then don't sleep. Hela found the 10 rings. Also seems very interesting after that. And Kahori reshaped the world. Cool. Oh. And the Kahori, which is
that's the Native American hero.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the last one is Strange Supreme intervened. So is that gonna go back to season 1?
I think that might be like a like their Avengers episode, like
Cool,
how they
okay.
all gathered the last time.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm hyped. I'm super hyped for 1602. I don't want to get too hyped and then disappoint myself, but I'm ready for that. But in terms of pie in the sky, can I go first?
No,
Okay.
good.
No, go ahead.
No, do we have anything to
I
go
don't know.
over
You want to talk about the Blade video game afterwards, or you want to?
I want to talk about it now.
Go
We can
ahead.
do it. Let's do it after. Let's do it after. Let's do it
No,
after.
I'm just saying. You know, you wanted to talk about it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm very excited about the Blade video game coming out. And here's why. There's a lot of people online talking shit that it's not Insomniac Games. And Ty, I would love your opinion on this for sure. Insomniac is the people who made Spider-Man 1 and 2, the new ones that just dropped. They are going to be responsible for Wolverine as well. So when people saw a Marvel Blade game coming out, they were all pretty shocked that it wasn't Insomniac. And as amazing as Insomniac is, I feel like the people doing this game are a perfect fit. Arcane Studios. Now, Arcane Studios just released a huge game, very well received. Hype was low going into the game. It was very well received, called Deathloop. But before that, their magnum opus was Dishonored. Dishonored 1 is like a fake European city. I forget the name. The main character is Corvo Atano. He is like a bodyguard to the king's daughter. She goes missing. Well, someone actually like nabs her, and they blame him. And he is going around using his powers to like find her. And this is all during the plague. And the best thing about this game, it's not a shooter. It's not that kind of game. It's very melee and power focused. And I think it's just a perfect fit for a Blade video game. We're going to get some real sick Daywalker shit going on. The powers in that game, like he could transform into shit. So there was a lot of rats because it's during the plague. And one of the coolest things about that game is the more bodies you catch, the more people you kill, the crazier the plague and the infestation of rats is. So the more rats you'll find along the way, the more people you kill. I am interested to see if there's going to be a mechanic like that, where if you play like Bad Boy Blade, that you're feeding on actual people, if that's going to somehow enhance the difficulty, as opposed to maybe like drinking a blood pack or something like that, or getting your blood from other sources, not humans.
Bro, you're gonna have an option to feed off of people?
I mean, I don't know. But that's what I'm theorizing, because the studio before, the studio Arcane, when they did that Dishonored game, which Dishonored has a real crazy art style to it, which doesn't capture a lot of people, but I love that shit, man. It's so good. Dishonored is so good. And there's a mechanic in that game because during the plague, so you see a lot of rats everywhere. You can actually like transform into one of those rats to like go into sneaky areas and end up somewhere else. And I'll get to that in a bit. So one of the mechanics is the more human beings you kill, so you can like not kill anyone that whole game. You could pacifist run that entire game.
Okay.
So the more, but if you decide to kill people, the more bad guys and people that you kill, the more rats are laying around, and
because they're feeding off of the people.
Correct. And the more difficult the rats make it, because there's some areas that you're not allowed to pass because of rats. There's some areas that are a lot more difficult because of the rats. So the more you kill, the harder it may be. So I'm thinking there may be a mechanic in the Blade game where, Blade gotta feed. You're not just gonna remove that from the game. He needs to feed. So like hopefully they make a kind of a choice where you could be a good Blade or a bad Blade, where if you kill more people, like let's say, you need blood, obviously. If you drain a human, you get better replenishment from it. But it could lead to worse situations along the way, maybe more police on you or something. Or you can choose the good boy route and use like a blood pack, which may not heal you as great, but it keeps you clean and you can avoid any kind of bad situation. And again, I'm just guessing here. I would love to see a situation like that. But the best thing about is like the powers in that Dishonored game. You could like blink strike. You could morph into fucking rats to like get into sneaky places. So, you know, you hear this term a lot with video games, the whole like, you know, it's like a playground where you can attack a mission in so many different ways. Dishonored was like the first time I actually like felt that. Most of the missions, it's like a big house or like a big area, and there were so many little crevices that you can get into. If you had a power, you can go that way. If you didn't have that power, you have to find another way. So it was like a lot of choice in there. So like, if they can just make Blade Dishonored, this could potentially be better than Spider-Man. Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at this from a different standpoint because I haven't played Dishonored. I obviously know of it, but I haven't played it. But I'm looking at the creators. And when my man got on the stage and was like, it's in France, his home country, his hometown, he knows the area.
Hell yeah.
When he can resonate with Blade. Because Blade's a daywalker, human, and vampire. He's mixed. The creator's mixed race. So he knows what it's like to walk in both worlds and all that. Like, just that personal side of it and the glee he had in his face.
Yeah.
That gets me excited about it.
He's excited. He's so happy to be making this game. And I'm glad that, because I'm going to tell you this right now. After Spider-Man 2 and the Game Awards just happened, Spider-Man 2 has 7 nominations. It didn't win any awards. And I know people out there are upset, but you need to understand Spider-Man 1 was so good. Well, Spider-Man 2018 or Spider-Man PS4, as people like to call it. That game was so good that this game right here, the second one, like it was a little bit more of the same. It's unfortunate. And remember the Miles Morales game before that?
Yeah.
So by the time Wolverine comes out, I need to see something fresh. You know, if I just have Wolverine running around a city, jumping everywhere and doing little side tasks, I may need more than that. I may need more stealth situations with Wolverine. You feel me? Like I may need more detective sniffing shit out with Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? I may need more kind of rugged like that. And the appeal of the Wolverine game is that it's going to be rated mature, and you know you're going to see claws through heads a la Logan, which is great. But I may need more than that. But what I'm saying is that after Wolverine, we may be a little tired of the superhero Insomniac games. So the fact that a different studio is doing this, a studio that's so pumped to do it, and a studio that has already done a game that sort of loosely resembles the power of a Daywalker, oh, it's very fucking exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, for anybody who is not even convinced yet by Cab's words, Midnight Suns, different type of Marvel game, different company who did it, phenomenal game. So just because the Avengers video game didn't blow everybody away, doesn't mean shit. Other games have come out and have blown people away.
Elite Elisa says debate.
Yeah, she be coming around. She want us to debate some shit.
Let me know what you want us to debate. But no, super excited about a different studio taking on a Marvel game, and what an amazing studio. Also, so when Spider-Man PS4 was originally rumored, it was rumored to be a Sucker Punch game. Sucker Punch ended up going to make Ghost of Tsushima, which was wow. But before that, their pedigree really came from Infamous 1 and 2. Infamous 1 on the PS3. This is not a hyperbolic statement, okay? This is legitimately how I feel. Infamous is the best superhero game I've ever played. I've never played a superhero game where I felt so in charge of my city. Spider-Man has a couple little things here and there going on, and you go and do the thing. Infamous 1 had some crazy choices that you needed to make.
This one?
Yeah, man. I legit felt like a hero. Like just, and the more you progress, the more you felt like a hero. It's insane how that game worked. That game shouldn't have been as good. So when Spider-Man was rumored to be by Sucker Punch, everybody was extremely happy. Because although Insomniac did a fantastic job with all of the Spider-Man, shout out to Insomniac for what you've been able to create there. It's hard to not think about what a Sucker Punch Spider-Man game would look like. So I'm extremely excited. Not only is it Blade, y'all know the disappointment in the Blade movie. We're getting GTA 6 before we get the Blade movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's not that crazy of a statement to say. I don't think so. We are literally going to get GTA 6 before Blade. So to have it be Blade, a character's movie that I wanted to see so bad, a character that I love so much, a character that I was introduced to by Spider-Man, right?
Nope.
To have his game come out and be done by a studio who I know can just fucking crush it. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. I mean, we haven't seen gameplay yet, so obviously expectations do need to be tempered. But I'm pulling for these guys. Arcane deserves this.
Who do you think should do the voice? Should it be Wesley?
No,
should it be Mahershala, or should it be some rando?
No, it's Michael J. White. Michael J. White. That's who needs to do the voice. 100%. It needs to be Michael J. White. That is Blade. That's always Blade.
You know what's funny? I gotta go back because Blade does speak in that little video.
It sounds like it, I don't know if it
I don't know who
like,
it is.
I don't know if it sounded like him. I would need to hear it again.
Yeah.
But hold on.
But I mean,
look it up, Toe. Who's doing the voice? Because if it needs, bro, if it's Michael J. White, then all the stars have aligned. Because if Michael J. White does Blade's voice in Midnight Suns.
Oh yeah,
that's
the
perfection.
best acting I've seen him do.
Yeah. It's perfection. It's perfection. It needs to be Michael J. White. If Michael J. White, and the thing about Michael J. White, he's always down for video game voices. And I mean, god damn it. That would be incredible if it's just him. If they can somehow manage to get Snipes to do it, that would be too funny.
Yeah,
you gotta give Snipes. You gotta give Snipes $20 million for him to do that. There's no way.
Shit. At this point, he'll do it for cheap.
I mean, I hope. There's no way
his tax troubles are over by now. I hope.
Yeah, they are. I don't think you could get Snipes to do that.
There's no official list.
There's no official voice. Okay.
Yeah,
they could change it.
Yeah.
But honestly,
I mean, remember Thanos was played by a completely different dude before.
Correct. But if I'm Michael J. White, I'm calling every day on some Henry Cavill shit. Like look at what I did. Like, it's already there. Like, if you need to see Blade performed by Michael J. White, you can go and see that. And it's fantastic. Blade is one of the best characters in Midnight Suns. And you know who else who else I really liked in that game? Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I like Captain Marvel a lot in that game.
Because that's her character.
They like really honed in on Captain Marvel and stood away from all the Disney shit. Like, she's really good in that game.
Yo, you know what's funny? The hunter, the person you play,
yes,
is voiced by Matthew Mercer.
Yes,
he's the guy who runs Critical Role, who I keep bringing up. He's the voice of a whole. anybody you could think of, that motherfucker is the voice of
Yes,
McCready and Overwatch.
He's done so much. Yo, bro, everyone from Critical Role is just amazing voice actors.
Fucking as I'm playing it, because I put myself in it and I don't say it out loud, but I read all the choices in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I got halfway through the game before I even noticed this voice. I was like, "Oh shit!"
But that speaks to them, though, right? How well they can mask a voice or adapt to a certain character.
How well they can blend in.
Because the thing about as a voice actor, for you to voice a created character is so difficult because it needs to fit into everyone's play style. So your voice needs to be, I don't want to say vanilla, but it needs to be moldable. You can't just focus on one thing if you're doing a voice for a created character, you need to really you need to keep it balanced, but exciting at the same time. So shout out to him for nailing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I bring all this up. So I bring all this up because Michael J. White, and if you know he's voicing Blade, it's in the back of your mind. But at no point am I like, oh, that's Michael J. White voicing Blade.
Sure.
The entire game, that's Blade.
That's Blade.
Just Blade talking to you.
Exactly.
And I just saw the part of the trailer where he speaks, and it's not Michael J. White.
It's not, right? Okay.
No, it's I'll let you hear it, because it sounds like a generic.
We're gonna get demonetized.
Is there music in the back? There's there's music in the back of that trailer because he puts the radio on. So be careful. Yeah,
I don't bite.
You heard that?
I don't bite.
I mean
that's a good placeholder voice.
Man, I don't bite.
That's not Michael J. White. Yeah. But it could be a placeholder. Like, yo, we just need, because the game is super early. I could imagine.
He kind of sounds like a guy that voices for NBA 2K.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you can make Michael J. That shit. Like, they are way far from recording, voicing. So you have to show investors that you got a good game going. Once you show them that, and you're like, yo, we need a huge piece of the budget for Blade's voice actor. At that point, you get Michael J. White to come in. If it's not him, then whatever. Like, just, you could get some young buck, new hungry actor that's gonna crush it anyways. Like, voice acting is not as bad as it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, the best kind of voice acting we had was Resident Evil, and that shit was horrible. Yeah. Nowadays, people are legit actors and they crush these roles. I don't remember the last time I had a problem with voice acting in a big game, at least. I mean, a AAA game. So whoever they get, it's gonna be great. But that feeling of comfort, if it's Michael J. White, oh boy, that just be great. Yeah.
Since this is the Pie in the Sky episode, I'm putting my chips in on Wesley coming in.
Yo, that'd be crazy.
You need Tom Hanks.
To be Whistler?
Anything. To be Blade. To voice Blade. That is the voice of Blade.
Yo, can you imagine that? Blade just shows up like, that's not flying, that's falling. What is it? Like a buzz or whatever he said.
Imagine Tom Hanks saying, some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, please. Now, that's my pie in the sky.
Put that line in.
Please put that line in.
Yeah. We need that.
These guys are Blade movie fans. There's no way they're not.
Mm-hmm.
I like obviously you could just be a fan of the character from Marvel, but I feel like if you're a Blade fan, you saw those movies and you appreciate 1 and 2 and 3, you can understand why it went the way it went.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna defend 3 in this manner.
3's hilarious.
1 and 2 were excellent movies.
They were awesome.
3 gave us Deadpool.
3 gave us Deadpool. Yeah.
Because I don't give a shit you call him Hannibal King. That motherfucker's playing Deadpool.
It's funny. I would say that Hannibal King is more Deadpool than Wade Wilson was Deadpool in the Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wolverine
100%.
Origins.
Yeah. I would say that Hannibal King was my favorite part. Like, my absolute favorite part, Hannibal King, when that vampire lady is like talking shit to him, he's like, your hairdo is ridiculous. That is such a good line. Yeah, man. But it would be great if I have a strong feeling that game is gonna deliver. Oh man, a Blade video game? Jesus Christ. A Blade video game by Arcane Studios.
You know what's crazy? I think the best Marvel game that I played had to have been that Wolverine game.
Yo,
for the N64.
It was for PS2.
No, you mean the X-Men Origins game?
Yeah.
That was already on Xbox and shit.
Okay,
that was PS2 Xbox.
Okay,
Yo,
my bad.
What's going on? No. That game is incredible. It's funny because it had mediocre ratings. Swimming in Sevens, my favorite video game podcast journalists, they have a saying: swimming in sevens. Those like weekend video games that aren't gonna win any awards, but they just provide amazing entertainment for a couple of days. Swimming in Sevens. And that game is like if I could tell you the top 5 swimming in sevens, that's gonna be up there for sure. It's a great game. I love the bullets that you see. You can so that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, and I hope I'm wrong, Insomniac Wolverine is just gonna be that, but in like a Spider-Man type of world, which is why I'm so happy that Arcane Studios is gonna have Blade, because it's gonna be a completely different game, and I'm with that. Like, you know what else is a swimming in sevens, maybe swimming in sixes superhero game that's fire and doesn't get enough recognition? The Captain America game.
Yo, that game is 8, man.
I
love that game.
I would say at most a 7, but that game is fantastic. Reflecting bullets with the shield does not get old, and the combat is so good. It feels so like it has weight.
It was like game. That and the Wolverine game were made. I think they were made by the same people. It's the same type of game.
It's the same kind of vibe for sure. It's amazing. Damn, I need more water. So we only have an hour and 15 minutes because we are cutting the podcast short because we need some sleep. So I'm done here. Enough Blade for me. We could get into Pie in the Sky of MCU, but watch out for that Blade game. That shit may surprise people. Don't be surprised if that game is better than Spider-Man 2. Don't be surprised if it's better than Spider-Man 2, the Venom shit. Don't be surprised.
And if it is, come back here and thank Cabs for putting that out in the universe.
Word.
Telling you, man, Arcane Studios they knew who to choose. It's like, I don't think they made certain calls like, yo, can we get Craven? Which would have also been insane for Arcane to do. I think they said, yo, look at the games we've made. If we're going to make a video game about a superhero, it needs to be Blade. This is a match made in heaven. Peanut butter and jelly, bro. I don't know if y'all fuck with that, but I don't think y'all do, but.
No.
Coca-Cola and pizza.
There you go.
Coca-Cola and ice.
Perfect. Match made in heaven.
For real. So
two inventions made for each other.
So to get back on topic, the pie in the sky. I'll tell you my pie in the sky for the MCU. That we get back to form and start breaking $1 billion every fucking movie that we do. But honestly, so it looks like all of the Jonathan Major stuff has taken a horrific turn for him. You know, we were all under the
impression.
that she was bullshitting and everything was fine, but apparently it's not fine. They have him on text and on recording saying some pretty wild stuff. So it looks like, like he's done. So my pie in the sky is like, yo, let's just fucking go directly to Doom. That's it. Let's all forget about Majors. As sad as that is, let's just all move along, get to Doom, and let's get X-Men going already. Like that's it. Let's yeah.
So how would we get to Doom?
So that's the thing, right? How do we get to Doom? So I'm getting I think we're all getting a little sick of the whole, oh, he's been there the whole time. We just didn't see him, right? So it's unfortunate because there's so many loose ends in the MCU right now that they need to come to a close. But I think the only way you can honestly do it without pissing everybody off, or without pissing mostly, is just new universe. That's it. It's Doctor Doom after Kang, but before a horrific Kang exit because of everything that happened with Jonathan Majors. I don't think anything's gonna make sense. We just need to get to this new universe already. I know that's a vanilla answer, but we just gotta get to this new universe where the X-Men, are around, and we've seen glimpses of it already with after Captain Marvel and stuff. They're clearly in another universe, so I wouldn't know how to weave it into the story now because, again, there's so many loose ends, there's so many shows. But my pie in the sky is that we get to Doom, and my real pie in the sky,
Krills.
What up, Krills? The real pie in the sky, all the way up there, is a MCU remake of the Phoenix Saga, and I need it to be 3 movies long. That's the real pie in the sky.
Yeah. Can I go next? Because I got my ideas actually close to Cab's, and I can build off of what he was saying.
That's what we do here, bro. I want to see Lalandra.
Lalandra.
I want to see Lalandra, bro.
I think at this point we need Lalandra.
Yeah.
And Gladiator.
Word.
I was gonna say something really stupid, but all right. All right. So my pie in the sky is going off of kind of what Kaz was saying. Get rid of Kang, go straight into Doom. But this is how I'm gonna do it.
How would you do it? Yeah. You're a lot more creative in that sense.
So we do, the Marvel special presentation. You know how we did Werewolf by Night?
Correct.
We do one in which we see Loki.
I thought you were going to mention Battle World right quick.
No, we see Loki having, he's watching as the Kang variants are, although Morbius said that we were handling them and hunting them down, they started to get a little bit too out of
sloppy.
control.
Yeah, okay.
So, Loki, being the new god of stories, and seeing that the only true way to protect the timeline is to wipe out all Kangs, he sets up a decoy to have all the Kangs meet in the Council of Kangs again. But this time, Loki unleashes the Annihilator.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And the Annihilator wipes all of them out.
That makes sense.
Is that the bad guy from Thor 1?
No. The Annihilator is part of the negative zone. He's it's literally like a swarm of locusts.
Yeah.
It's one dude, but he brings a whole bunch of shit with him.
It's kind of like that big cloud from Loki.
Okay.
It's kind of like that. It just takes over and game over. It literally just comes through, wipes out everything in its wake.
So now here's how we get to everything. We do that. We wipe Kang off the map. We do the Fantastic Four movie. The Fantastic Four movie, as Kaz was saying, doesn't happen in our universe.
No.
That's why we haven't seen them.
Correct.
Because they're in their own pocket universe. Or not pocket universe. They're in their own universe. During the course of that, while Loki was dealing with the Kangs, the veil that he has to keep everything separate and keep everything flowing slips a little.
Yep.
And by the end of that movie, Doom, there's an incursion. Doom sees, oh, there's other universes. There's other things. He sees something that he can get that will allow him a little bit of manipulation, a little bit of control of the incursions. So by the end of Fantastic Four, they're getting primed to come to us, and Doom's on his way to get control, as he always is. So then we move back to us. With no Kang Dynasty movie coming in, we do the Thunderbolts, right? The Thunderbolts ends in such a way where the civilians are like, yo, that's our team? If that's our team, I don't trust these guys. So that leads us now into our supposed Kang Dynasty Avengers movie would be the Thunderbolts versus the Avengers. Sam has to go now and recruit other Shang-Chi and whoever else he could find to make up an Avengers team. And now we got Sam versus Bucky. We got the Black Widow versus let's say Kate Bishop's with the Young Avengers, but Hawkeye comes back.
Facts, yeah.
And we have these scenarios where the parts of the Thunderbolts know they're bad guys. But some of them, like Red Guardian, he thinks he's actually doing good. He doesn't understand why the Avengers are opposing him.
Keeping them all in the dark type shit.
Yeah,
that's really good.
So you get conflict where two people think they're doing the right thing, fighting each other. Some people who know that they're on the opposite sides fighting each other. And some things where it's almost like a mini civil war where Sam and Bucky.
And I was gonna say that. I'm like, Marvel, you've done this already. It shouldn't be too difficult. You literally done this.
So Sam and Bucky have to fucking come to terms with having to fight each other. And Bucky is now, again, what side is he really on? Did he get tricked again to be on the bad side? Yeah. Can he take the Thunderbolts and turn them? Good. And by the end of that movie...
The Thunder Avengers.
No, well... By the end of that movie, we put the stinger that Doom has actually gotten his objective done, and he has started Battle World, and that leads us into Secret War, and then boom, we have Kang out of the way. We have Doom now set up to be the big bad after Battle World and Secret War, and then we can move on from there with the X-Men in our universe. With the Fantastic Four in our universe and everything consolidated.
And we don't have to explain Latvia and all of that just yet. Once the smoke clears after Battle World, maybe we could get a prequel Young Doom kind of thing, and we can get... Because if Marvel is good at anything, is having a movie just go and explaining shit later. You know what I'm saying? Just let him show up. No origin story, no nothing. Just let this man drop, and we'll get the origin later.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
If you want to do like an origins shit for Doom, do you want to do shit for Disney Plus?
That's what I need.
Toe and Cabs want more content.
Literally, I was going to say.
You did a Disney Plus show.
Give me a
show. Where this Doom comes to us, and as it's almost like a Game of Thrones shit, as he's power playing to take over the Latveria in our universe, we see how he's a good ruler, we see how he's cutthroat to take power, and then he explains to us how he got to the point where he is to now seize control in this location?
We just gave you the whole layout and a Disney Plus show.
All right.
What else you want, Marvel?
I got something for you.
Oh,
Hold on, Kevin. I'm waiting on the call, bro.
For real. And
I got
not
something for you.
KEVIN. Real Kevin.
Yeah. We don't talk to machines here.
But I'm so excited because when we say pie in the sky, Toe takes that personal and out tries to pie the sky.
Yeah. So here we go. We start off with Deadpool. Deadpool's gonna be the first movie we got this year. Probably the only movie we got this year for a couple years.
Next year.
Right now, we're already audible. No more Omaha. Right? May just get out of here. We got Deadpool. Deadpool, Pie in the Sky, even though this might not be the movie, but this is my movie for the Pie in the Sky, is Spider-Man in that What If. Hey, this is how to travel the multiverse 101. And he's figured out how to do it, either in the beginning of the movie or at the end of the movie.
Oh, wait. So you're saying that Deadpool is like the Spider-Man character?
Yeah.
He's showing people the ropes of the multiverse.
Yeah, he knows he's in the movie. Hey, everybody, we're gonna do the multiverse shit. This, we're gonna show you how to do it, and this is how you travel the multiverse.
I know this is your pie in the sky, but I would like to add one thing to that.
Go ahead.
America Chavez helps him do it.
Oh, of course.
Another mutant is helping him, and it's America Chavez.
Yes, because she's teaching him about the pizza. We can't forget about the pizza.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
She tells him about how amazing pizza balls are.
Yeah.
And he's like, I gotta see this. And then boom, he learns multiversal travel.
Because guess who's teaching America Chavez how to defend herself? Deadpool.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So
Go ahead, King.
Yeah, they're traveling the multiverse. They're seeing everything. We get to see the X-Men. We get to see all these other people, Doom playing his little game and all that other shit. Towards the end of the movie, we feel a little disruption in the force, and we feel Deadpool feels it, and he goes, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be able to... Y'all feel this? There's something wrong here. And it cuts off. The movie ends just like that. And then we get a little fucking end credit scene. When there's a disease in the body, you call a doctor. And Doctor Strange comes up in front of Dormammu and goes, this ain't Dormammu. Oh no. I made up that lie about incursions just to get you here. The fucking multiverse is fucked up. The Council of Kangs attacked Loki.
Whoa.
So now we go into a Doctor Strange movie.
Which we kind of need.
Yeah, where Doctor Strange is sitting here trying to he's trying to figure out how to save the Tree of Life now. And you have to extract Loki from it because he's injured with he wiped out the Council of Kangs. This is something that happened in between movies. So that way you don't have to put Jonathan Mayer in it. But because he used most of his energy to wipe out the Council of Kangs, the main timeline, who has already been distorted and fucked up and weakened through the growth of the Tree of Life, is depleting. It's destroying. It's going down. So it's no longer we have to save the timeline. Now it's we need a new home.
We need a new timeline, if anything. And the funny thing about that is that technically we have seen Deadpool travel the multiverse when he went back and shot Ryan Reynolds, and then he went back to Wolverine. So it's actually a funny joke to keep running on. The fact that, and the whole time it was America Chavez teaching him how to do this.
Yep.
I kind of love that.
Yo, and then what you get is like you see him examining the Tree of Life like a doctor would a patient. He goes, why does this thing keep happening? And it's every time someone mentions the fucking hand in the ocean, They wipe it out.
I knew it was gonna-
They wipe it out of existence
Get out of here.
because the fucking gods don't want people to realize this shit because of the judgment. I'm not forgetting this shit.
Yeah, because
I'm
everyone
not-
else did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things like that. They're erasing shit here and all that. And so he's trying to figure out how to save the tree of life. And the only way to save the tree of life is to, implant some shit here, or to, what if we connect these things here and blah, blah, blah. And he has to make deals with the devil. What you guys call him? I forgot.
Mephisto?
It's about
Mephisto.
time to bring up Mephisto.
It's Mephisto.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, he has to make deals with him. Like he got to make deals with him with that, and
Yeah,
they're
the
traveling.
rock stars.
They're looking into all the different universes.
You heard it
And-
here first. Mephisto confirmed in Deadpool 3.
That's right. And we're sitting here and we're looking. We get to see scenes of Garfunkel as Spider-Man. We get to see scenes as the X-Men, from over here and all that.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Nah,
He asked for one.
yeah, and this whole time he finds what he feels like is the best multiverse for this thing.
So
But-
Deadpool saves the multiverse is what we talking about here.
Yes.
Why do I love this idea so much?
And here's the thing. This is the kicker. He can't take everyone.
Yeah, of course.
He can only bring certain people to this new multiverse.
So he has to bring Wanda so she could get it all going. Wanda needs to be one of the people. You gotta be Wanda. Although Wanda's dead.
But not now. We're fucking with another multiverse's time and all this other shit. So he has to also rewrite time. So he needs people that come in to do certain things. So what if this multiverse, the fucking Thanos was wiped out beforehand?
Oh, I see what you're
And
saying.
now what if we got to bring somebody in there? Or Doom? What if he raises Doom to power that he wasn't at before?
Like
He goes, I have to manipulate this.
Like he
in order-
stumbles onto the wrong multiverse,
Yeah.
where Doom is just untouchable.
Where it's one of those things. It's like, yo, they stopped the snap, and the snap is what created the mutant gene. We need to create the snap. They stopped the fucking Mephisto is handling this shit, so they stopped Doom from creating his need to be Dr. Doom with the suit and all that to fight Mephisto for his mother's thing. We need to recreate that to get a little sympathy for Doom and all there. And we get the meetings.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're
Like
saying.
they see this, and now there's negotiations, and they get the meetings. Like Doom's coming out, and you just see Kingpin. I don't want the planet. I just want New York. And now you have a fucking bad guy organization where fucking Kingpin is running New York. Dr. Doom is trying to run the fucking planet. This guy's running L.A.
We're gonna see Kingpin running New York real soon.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you created a war zone in order for some shit to happen, and now this multiverse is crazy, and you need the Fantastic Four. You need not because it's cute and we need to make a Disney Plus movie, is because you threw everything out of whack. And now with the X-Men are pissed off that you bring in the Avengers. Now we get to see them fight. Now we get to see the fucking.
I love a universe where Deadpool is the Watcher. That's what this sounds like. Deadpool's the Watcher. Like Deadpool started gaining consciousness. I mean, he breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Besides Ultron and What If, who else would be able to hear the Watcher? Can you imagine a scene where Deadpool goes, "Who said that?" Kind of like the same thing as Ultron, but it's like a movie with Deadpool and the Watcher's narrating, and Deadpool's like, "Who said that?" That's such a wacky idea that it fits Deadpool so well. That would be so fun. There might be a lot of confusing bits in there with the whole watching things and having to redo things to ultimately generate this universe that everything's so fucked up. But that sounds fun. That is like the most fun. That's like a What If kind of series right there.
And
what if Deadpool's the Watcher? I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah, and
it's so good.
It wipes out everything that we've done already, and now it rewrites history. People be like, "Yo, I thought Thanos was dead. They did the ring." This is a different Thanos.
At
They're
this
in a different.
point, at this point, the only thing that may save the MCU is full-on craziness.
Yeah.
Go off. No rules anymore.
A multiverse of madness.
Literally.
And-
Literally.
And the best part is that everything happens simultaneously. It's not one after another. So
sure.
the reason why Spider-Man isn't over here fighting the lizard people is because he's fighting Kingpin in New York.
Yeah.
Like guess what, people? We have over 100 heroes. They're all busy.
Yeah, they're busy.
They're not on vacation. They're all busy.
Except Deadpool. He's downtown somewhere.
He's chilling. He's eating falafel.
He's downtown somewhere.
Yeah.
He's getting the hot dog somewhere.
Yeah, he's chilling. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's here. No one can bother.
And we can play a game now where Deadpool is now Stan Lee, and in every movie after this, he pops up somewhere.
Which was supposed to happen. That was like a rumor that like he was supposed to be the new Stan Lee, where he's the one that pops up and does the cameos, which I would fucking love.
Word. Where like he just you're in a crowd and like, wait, is that guy wearing a Deadpool mask? Oh shit! It was like, where's Waldo? There's Deadpool.
Sometimes he don't even gotta say nothing. He could just and just keep walking. Man, that would be so fucking fun. Like, yeah, I'm down with a universe. I'm down with an MCU where we just say fuck it and just go nuts. Yeah. Literally a multiverse of madness. Like, hey guys, sorry.
Because in all honesty, I got so tired of seeing the explanations of why people are here that it's kind of it's at the point where you're just gonna throw them in anyway. Fuck it. Spider-Man, when he came in, they was like, oh, by the way, he got bit by a spider. Go fight Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was cool.
I enjoyed that. And I think like me and like Cap has said emphatically in this podcast, I think it worked great with the current state of the MCU. Like how they introduced Spider-Man at the time. Like, yeah, we don't need to explain shit no more. Like, if the multiverse is now open, motherfuckers was in different planets, in different universes, doing different shit.
Let's get back to fun.
Let's get yeah. Which I mean, they kind of did with the Marvels.
No, it was fun.
I'm not gonna bring that.
But I tell you one thing though, where they fucked up with this, the phases after the snap, where if they weren't gonna give us what happened during the blip, they should have just straight out gave us brand new people, and not even like when they did the whole Shang-Chi go talk to the Hulk and Miss Marvel and all that other shit, which just fuck that. Bring in Shang-Chi, Miss Marvel, introduce all these fucking people, and later on down the line figure out how we can incorporate them together. Because now it's like this is the new people now.
I would have been okay with that if they actually did something with it.
We should have had Shang-Chi 2 or him in another movie.
We should have. Shang-Chi should have shown up somewhere, dog.
Yeah. But like, Shang-Chi 2 is greenlit, so.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, damn, son, Shang-Chi should have shown up somewhere. All these goofy ass shows, Shang-Chi couldn't show up anywhere. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
If anything, Shang-Chi should have showed up in the Hulk, She-Hulk.
Yeah,
that's where he needed to show up.
Do you know where I think he would be great to show up? The Young Avengers.
100. Train
you got
them.
Fury tagged him to train these guys.
Train them, yeah.
Just to see him and Aman Vellani alone on screen is fucking.
And it's funny because they both. I mean, it's not similar, but it's like they're shot at the MCU. There are parallels where they're just like super hype fans that are representing their culture or trying to represent their culture in the MCU. I think it would be real fun to see them. And, Shang-Chi, right? As powerful as he's going to be and as like important to the stories he's going to be, he doesn't feel like parents. Like the original 6 feel like parents.
Yeah.
Young Avengers feel like the kids. Shang-Chi is in
The
that
older
middle
brother.
uncle ground,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the
Or-
older cousin or some
Or
shit.
older cousin. Yeah, he's there, which would be a fun dynamic for sure.
You know who I need Miss Marvel with? Homeboy from Ant-Man. So I know a guy that knows a guy that knows this.
Yeah,
Like I
Luis.
need
With
him
Luis,
and her going
yeah, with
around.
Luis, hell
They
yeah.
need to go around recruiting motherfuckers.
We just need more Luis.
Yeah.
Overall.
He needs a Disney Plus show that's a podcast, and we just visualize his story.
And it's literally just him talking for 30 minutes. It's just, and maybe you could do a couple of drawings here to like represent what he's saying. But yeah, and maybe we can use some old footage for some old movie. Like, oh yeah, I heard what happened in Wakanda. Little dude with freaking wings on his legs. Like, yeah. Where is Luis, MCU? Where, like,
He didn't go to fight.
One of the best characters you ever put out there, and he's like stuck to a mediocre trilogy within the MCU space.
It's not like he's going to fight the Celestials.
Yeah. Luis should like the podcast that they refer to, the Ant-Man podcast that was referred to in Miss Marvel, like his Robin, you know, his co-host should be Luis.
Yeah.
If anyone can fix the multiverse right now, it's Luis.
Yeah.
100%. All right, look, there's a lot of stuff going on. Let me try to make sense of it all. Boom.
Yo, and the best part,
you can give me 15-minute shorts like Groot.
The best part is he can fill in all the blanks that you fucking left wide open. He could be like, yo, did you guys see that in Vegas in the desert there's some fucking guy running around saying he's Hercules with a malice and he just destroys shit. And yo, my homie came over and knocked him the fuck out. You know, some shit like that.
So y'all see, and sorry to bring it back to video games, but this makes sense. You see GTA 6, they're going to have a huge social media presence. And they've had this before, but not as big. They had I think it's called Life Invader, which was like their version of Facebook in Part 5. It's Life Invader. But this time, social media seems to be at the forefront because it's Miami. Duh. So like have Louise, like if anything, a social media aspect could kind of help the MCU. It's funny, we saw that in Miss Marvel. That's how we saw about the podcast, right? That's how we saw how she's been posting shit up and she gets no views and all of that. Bring in a social media aspect to the MCU to talk about all the goofy shit we've been missing. Yo, even She-Hulk hinted at that when they were trying to find the little green elf or whatever. That was She-Hulk, right?
Yeah.
That they were looking. Yeah. Bring in that and have Luis have a podcast. Y'all, we pine in the sky right now. So this is what this episode is about. So give us a break. We're having a good time here. But Luis could definitely save the MCU.
We're doing what Marvel should have done after Infinity War or Endgame. We're coming up with shit. We're coming up.
No, the funny part is that I'm gonna die on this hill where after Infinity War we should have had Secret Invasion. I'm standing on that hill. I'm gonna die there. That was the perfect time to do it. Who's who? Who's gone? Who's still here? So, after that huge battle where Fury supposedly took everyone's blood.
Endgame.
Yeah, after the huge battle where Fury took everybody's blood. Yeah, maybe right after that we should have gotten that.
Yo, but not for nothing. After Infinity War makes sense because when would the best time for a fucking aliens to come into the thing when half the population's gone and people are looking for people? You take over their fucking life. Be like, yo, we got the blip. It's like, wait. 6 billion people disappeared. Why are we 7 billion more?
Yo, that's how you really play that murder mystery. Yeah. And like, I think Marvel, I don't know. I feel like sometimes they are nervous to like kind of go back because Well, I guess because of the debacle with what's her face with Black Widow, because Black Widow, we should have had that after Civil War.
Yeah. The thing is,
Yeah.
Marvel gets a little jumpy because it's always when they have something good, it's always too little, too fucking late.
Yeah, as that's how it feels out, not like nowadays. Because hey, look, again, I'll die on this hill too. Black Widow wasn't a bad movie.
No, it wasn't.
Black Widow was great.
It wasn't a bad movie. It just came out at the wrong time.
That movie hits after Civil War, and perhaps we could still have Black Widow somehow in this universe. Like even after everything that happens, maybe through another universe, whatever. Because like obviously the issue with her and all of the box office Disney Plus stuff, that definitely was the last straw for her. She was maybe on her way out already, but that definitely soured the relationship for sure. Had to. So maybe we could have still had her around. Or maybe she would be more inclined to do stuff because they asked Chris Evans if he'd ever come back. And he was like, yo, the script got to be right. Ask Scarlett Johansson if she'd come back and do Marvel now. I think you'll get an emphatic no, unless she's getting $150 million. And that probably won't be the case.
Shit. You think Samuel Jackson will ever come back?
Yeah, he's got it in his contract. Anytime Fury shows up on screen, it's got to be him.
No, but I'm saying like he hasn't been there for the past couple of projects. You know, Fury hasn't been there.
Oh,
I don't know who.
They got some guy.
Is it, so we in the Marvels we saw a Skrull Fury? Is that what you're telling me? Another
No,
one?
we saw
Samuel Jackson
for this shit. I'm gonna sit in the chair.
We saw other guys Fury.
We saw Chair Fu Fury.
Yo, listen, I can appreciate him acting different with Kamala Khan.
Yeah,
because she's a little teenager. You got to act different with grown men and the little kids. You got to be a little softer. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And the family, all right. But with the Skrulls and with everything else, it's kind of like, wait a minute.
I'm telling you, the real downfall of everything has been the shows.
You know what I think? I think the biggest mishap with
not all the shows, bro.
Was it Secret War, Secret Invasion? Secret Invasion. The biggest mishap, I think they tried too hard to tell a story while it was hidden. I think they were trying too hard to input the racism and shit that
there's definitely racism. Yeah.
And they tried too hard to hide that.
They focused.
It felt unnatural.
They focused on America too much.
Yeah, because
that is a story about like America. Well, not America, but like the world and how we perceive other people and aliens, and there's and which is, Winter Soldier definitely got political, and we felt those vibes with Secret Invasion. I don't know. I feel like when these shows miss, they fucking miss. Like when a movie misses, when an MCU movie misses, it's okay. It was 2 hours of our lives. These shows, when they miss for 6 episodes, 1 hour at a time. Yeah. Like they miss over a month. Like it's a whole month of missing. It's a month and a half of misses. That shit sticks with you. Like at the end of the day, as great as the MCU has been, as bad as it's been, and everything in between, right? The one thing that people will always remember as one of the biggest blunders is the She-Hulk twerking. Man, that shit would be immortalized forever, bro. Like, I remember Thor 1. Like, it wasn't great. I remember Thor 2, it wasn't great. But the She-Hulk twerk is never... That shit is ingrained in people's minds.
Again, not to hash out old shit, but my only problem with that is the fucking irony, hypocrisy, whatever you want to fucking call it. You're trying to prove that you, as a woman, didn't get in this position because you could turn big and green or because you have tits or whatever the fuck the query was. then you decided to twerk with Megan Thee Stallion in your office.
I think women. I think it's okay for women of power to shake their ass, though. I'm okay with that.
Not in the fucking workplace. You want to do that?
If y'all went to the bar, if Megan took you out to the bar, sure,
like,
I hear you.
Like I said it before on this. If they had went out,
there's glass windows everywhere. Like yeah.
If they had went out and fucking to celebrate that Megan Thee Stallion is now a client, and then they turn around and be like, yo, I'm a fan, and one of her songs gets played on a jukebox, and she's like, let me see what you got, and then she goes out there and twerks, perfectly fucking fine.
Or maybe like a karaoke session.
Yeah.
Okay. With
perfectly
Wong.
Fine.
A karaoke session with Wong.
And
perfect.
And what's the girl's name? Maggie with 2 L's and 4 J's.
And it's not where you think they are.
Yeah.
It was so funny though.
I think what made that iconic was how horrible the graphics were in it.
Well, that was number one. That was the problem from the beginning, right?
Yo, She-Hulk's graphics are so bad, even making the Stallion look fake.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that was the problem. The twerking solidified it. But again, that's my point. And that was how many episodes was that? That was 9 episodes?
Yeah.
That was 9 weeks of disappointment.
Dude, and you know what's funny?
Not all of them, but
they tried.
The first 2 episodes were okay. Let's see what's happening.
The Daredevil shit was good.
It was good,
yo. They tried to play it off as a joke, as our CGI team is off doing Wakanda, so we can't. You got to transform off screen when she talks to the robot.
That was funny, but no.
No, it would have hit better had they set it up.
Yeah.
Earlier in the season, where because she could break the fourth wall, where she could turn around and be like, "Huh, I look a little off right now. Do you see it, or is it just me?"
Yeah.
And then you play into that. But again, foresight. Nobody has the foresight to sit there and go, "Hey, we want to do this gag. Let's set it up."
And that's like the number one rule of comedy. You start a joke at the beginning of your set, and then you fucking end with it. So like everyone remembers that joke from the beginning, and boom, you slam it down again.
And
like
then you punch her in the pussy.
Well, I mean,
the Dave Chappelle shit.
Yes, exactly. Like, yeah, just bring back the fucking joke. And
you didn't see that stand up?
I did see that stand up.
I did not.
Yeah.
So he said that he pulls a joke out of or he pulls a punchline out of a thing and he makes a joke out of it, and it was and then I punched her in the pussy. So he made a joke, and then at the end he goes, and then I punched her in the pussy. And he walks out.
But that's comedy 101.
Yeah.
You know, you set up the joke early and then you end with it. You know what I'm saying? But we're not here to talk about She-Hulk. But obviously that was 2 months of disappointment for a lot of people.
Yeah.
See, like the disappointment, for example, the disappointment of Multiverse of Madness, that went away quick. That's just another movie that quite didn't make it in the MCU saga. And you know, but exactly by like the more you see, like, and that's happened with Marvel a lot, where other movies could be so bad or so good that they make previous movies better or worse, right? So it's like everyone kind of
because you're right. Multiverse of Madness is not as bad when you look at Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's what I'm saying. But when you see She-Hulk and there's countless shows back to back to back with months of disappointment in between each of them, yeah, that just sticks, bro.
Because think about this: the movies are episodes, and we get 6 months 8 months in between each episode. With the TV shows, you got one bad episode. Next week better be a good one.
That's what I'm saying.
Next week better be a good one. No. Next week
you end up with 2 months of disappointment.
Yeah.
That's why. And look, I'm not saying me personally. I enjoyed the beginning of She-Hulk. I think they started leaning too much towards the, fuck guys, women power. I'm all for that. Leon? I'm all for that. I'm all for the ladies of the MCU. I've said it here so much fucking times. What up, Lee? But I think they started forcing it too much with the whole intelligentsia shit and the weird fucking photos. And, we spoke about that. And it kind of got a little crazy. And I was like, yo, at this point, I don't feel like you're doing it for awareness. I feel like you're doing it for jokes, which was cool the first couple episodes. But then it became the entire identity of the show. And it's like, we have a great actor here fucking murking the role of She-Hulk.
Yeah. Tatiana Maslany killed that
murdering that role. We have a great companion in her friend,
Nikki,
also killing the role. And even the goofy lawyer dude also killing the role. You know what I'm saying? There were good characters. And then you want to sprinkle a little Daredevil on top of everything. There was good characters in the show, but I just feel like things got a little out of hand. So and to wrap it up, I wasn't fully disappointed, but the populace, it was just episode after episode after episode, and it just never got better for them. So one movie you forget, a show you don't.
That's what I point out, that this is what makes at least for me, this is what makes it so frustrating. You had probably one of the best depictions of female friendship between She-Hulk and Nikki, where they rooted for each other, they had each other's back. One of them was part of the LGBTQ community, but they didn't try a fucking weird relationship.
Yeah.
They were just, yo, that's my girl, we ride or die to the end.
Like, yes, I am gay, but I can still give you straight advice.
Yeah,
I love that relationship about that. It was so cool.
And
yes,
shit like that. That's where the show should have lived and breathed. And
yes,
and I want to just make a point.
100%, bro.
The reason why we keep harping on She-Hulk is because of shit like this, where it's little tweaks here and there.
There was potential. There was mad potential.
Yeah. We don't speak about Secret Invasion.
No,
because that was just. We need to erase that from our minds.
Leon, I don't even think that was that crazy. We live in a world where celebrities creeping everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I might have liked Cardi B a little better than Megan, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, we keep talking about it because there was massive amounts of potential there. We always say it here, right? How what the MCU is at its best when it's a great piece of cinema with the MCU skin on it. That could have been She-Hulk. You could have given us a lawyer show.
Yeah.
In Marvel wrapping. I'm telling you, you're right. We don't talk about Secret Invasion. That was probably the biggest disappointment of them all, my opinion. We don't talk about that. And I mean, all of the other shows I think we received pretty well.
And not for nothing, the fact that this could have been a courtroom show would have hit harder because some of the best Daredevil Netflix episodes were with him and the Punisher in the fucking courtroom.
That was season 2 of Daredevil is some of the best fucking TV I've ever seen in my life.
Yo, you want to know how good the lawyer part of She-Hulk would have, or how much it would have elevated it? In 2005, I think, Fox did the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, which was complete shit if you watched it in the theater. But if you watch the director's cut, where they add in the fucking trial side, where Coolio is on trial, and Ben Affleck has to be in the courtroom, and there's a little more of that shit, that movie then becomes 10 times better.
Yeah,
and if you can make that Ben Affleck Daredevil better, by adding in some lawyer shit, because Matt's a fucking lawyer.
She-Hulk, we are part of the internet that talk shit about you because we know how much potential was there.
Yeah, and they cleared season 2, from what I understand.
Who?
I didn't hear about that.
I heard that there was. I'll double check right now, but I thought that was. Like season 2 of She-Hulk.
Give it to different writers. Give it to different writers. To be honest, just overwork the Loki writers. Just give them everything.
Yeah,
they need to handle They need to handle Secret Wars. They need to yeah. I'm talking shit. But yeah, like
You know who you give it to?
the Russos.
No, if you want to truly waste money on big projects that Disney Plus is gonna go bankrupt over, go throw money at the people who wrote Ally McBeal.
Yeah, facts. They will make your lawyer show a fucking lawyer show.
And still get the personal life around it correct.
Yeah, because no, you're absolutely right. Like the relationships in She-Hulk were, and even the whole little retreat, right? Even that part was fucking funny, and how they kind of like reflected on her, and she kind of reflected back, and
and
there was good relationships. Yeah.
Like there were moments.
There were
so
moments.
many moments that you're like,
moments. It's like She-Hulk was about to score that touchdown and fumbled on the one. Yeah. But I mean, she had other chances, kept fumbling. But yeah, and I mean the Daredevil stuff was cute. Even the last scene when they were like all eating together before fucking Hulk and his son showed up. What are we gonna make out of that? Oh my god. Maybe that wasn't the show to show. That wasn't the show to reveal Hulk's son, maybe. Well, maybe. I mean, it's a She-Hulk show.
Not at all.
I think we should have had his son in Love and Thunder. If anything, I want a Marvel horror movie. Well, I mean, if you haven't watched Werewolf by Night, that's the closest you're gonna get, and it's fantastic.
Yo, you know what I want so bad. You want your Marvel horror movie?
Oh, you know what we want.
Let's take Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And actually make this motherfucker a scary ass demon on fire.
Yeah.
Who's going after scary ass demons. And when he does his penance there to some crazy ass villain, it's not some biker dude who robbed the grocery store, some like flashes of some shit that, because Marvel's doing rated R shit now.
You want some real crazy like
and Deadpool,
like some child stuff, some like child.
Well, I don't want anything. I don't want anything like really graphic, like but I do want something that's a little uncomfortable to sit through when he does his penance there.
This guy is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
he was touching kids. Let's fucking destroy this guy type shit. Yeah, and you know what though? Norman Reedus would be down to be the writer, Ghost Rider. He would be down. He's mentioned it plenty times. Y'all want to make me Ghost Rider? I'm down. And he knows horror. And I'm not talking about The Walking Dead, because he did a couple of shots with Hideo Kojima in the PT trailer. And he's very buddy-buddy with Hideo Kojima, one of the most trippy video game directors of all time.
Yeah.
He could definitely call on to Kojima like, yo, how do I play this role? And we might get some wild shit.
You just gave me an idea. Give me a fucking J-horror guy.
Yeah, facts.
Give me a fucking guy from Japan who's sitting in there, loves demon soul shit.
Some fucking... yo, I'll tell you this much. Korean horror is probably even worse than J-horror. So give me like the Centipede fucking director. And that Centipede movie is fucking nuts. I watched like 30 minutes of it. I couldn't finish that movie, dog. Yeah. And I didn't even get to the bad part yet. I couldn't finish that movie.
Yeah, let's not go that crazy.
Leon, stop it. Leon, what are you doing?
It's around the same time frame.
Oh, hold on. Let's get the Queen of the Damn director and let's have him sit in the corner while other people do work.
Okay,
let's pay him to sit home.
So I'm getting around the same time frame, like 11 days ago, 2 weeks ago. I cannot confirm because there are videos saying that they renewed it, and there are videos saying that they fired the actress and canceled it. So I don't know right now.
That's the internet.
I guarantee you,
it's done.
One thing: Tatiana Maslany was not fired. I can guarantee you that.
She loved that role.
And universally, everybody Even people who hated the show fucking say that she was a good choice.
They gave her flowers for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I had nothing. There was nothing wrong with
She
the actress.
was the best part of the show.
My only complaint about her is, and maybe this is just a me personal thing, you cannot tell me
Be right back.
in any sense of this fucking, in any corner of this world, that lady is gonna have a hard time getting any dude, and every dude's gonna find her fucking repulsive or not dateable. That's fucking bullshit.
I hear you. I love the crush that you have on her. You really like stepped up to bat for her. I love that shit. But I think what they were trying to say is that, like, she wasn't like showing off. She was always in her attire. It's funny because she got sexier as She-Hulk as opposed to Jen, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what they kind of like meant, that like, she was always in work attire. She was tired, you know what I'm saying? She's not dolling herself up. But we're talking about She-Hulk, Leon. It was kind of that, because you're right, she's amazing. She was amazing. And I know we had the conversation about her and Buddy too. Like, I love how much you stepped up to bat for her. And I thought it was cool that her and Daredevil, like, because Daredevil is like everyone's sweetheart too, right? Like, especially after his show, and then just like, just finding out more about him and like everything he's done, and he be at the Comic Cons, and my man got a fucking award for playing a blind person so well, and like he's so respectful and so cool. So just to have them like kind of hook up was also cool to see. And it's like, fuck all these other guys. Like, you just got the Daredevil, lady. Nothing means anything anymore.
Yeah,
you got the devil, and this guy is barbecuing with their family after, which I mentioned it before. I thought that scene was really cute. Like, not too cute, but it was a good scene, and they're all barbecuing. So like, no, yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Like she's just so great as She-Hulk, and it's disappointing. It could have been better.
So based off of the Google, this is the best I got. August 31st, they said they were gonna have a season 2, and then November 29th, they canceled season 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we won't see her again until Fantastic Four.
Yo, keep in mind that Bob Iger recently said in an interview that, and I know Toe's gonna hate this verbiage, but he recognizes that they put too much content and it diluted the product.
100%, 100%.
And he's no longer gonna have them focus on sequels unless somebody has a story that absolutely needs to be told, which means to tell me we're either gonna get only origin stories, or we're only gonna wind up having team up movies, or because I don't know how you do.
To be fair, that's what we've been missing from Phase 4 and 5, Avengers proper movies, where it's just like they come together to handle a big bad.
Yeah, but
like,
I don't know how you do, like, how do you have a character like
I hear you,
Shang-Chi, for instance, and go, all right, we did his one movie, no sequels to his personal story.
Yeah,
he's just going to be in these movies now.
I hear you. I think, well, you could kind of do it like Civil War, where it's like, yes, that's part of Captain America's trilogy, but let's not get it twisted. That's an Avengers movie.
I guess.
Like, you could call it Shang-Chi, Young Avengers, whatever, and like he's like training them. And, like, it's a Shang-Chi movie, but it's really like an Avengers team up.
All I know is that Bob Iger, and until you prove me wrong, Kevin Feige, I'm gonna throw him in here because not enough fucking, I don't want to say blame, but not enough direction is being paid to him or attention. They both lost the fucking sauce with this franchise. We can't just sit here and go, oh, it's the writers, it's Bob Iger. Kevin Feige has lost it as well.
I don't know,
because he hasn't been doing shit to pull it together.
I don't know if they lost it, but they might be lost in the sauce. but
I
they
think
have,
that's
but
what
they
I
haven't,
was trying to say.
but they haven't lost it. Like they're lost in the sauce, but they haven't lost it yet. They're still in it, but it doesn't make sense because I mean, it's just man. Like I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of people speaking about Godzilla -0.
-1.
Yeah,
Which I found out why they call it that.
well, hold that thought. But a lot of people are saying like, oh, $15 million budget, it's an amazing movie. Marvel could never. And it's like, well, hold on. Let's not people tend to forget the last 15 years. It's been a lull after 2019. Out of the 15 years, 10 have been great. And there's been some shit. So let's not compare. So I don't want to say that they have lost. The sauce is not lost. They are lost in it. And there's certain ways to climb out. And you want to know what's one of the ways to climb out? Stop giving the sauce away. It's too much sauce. Like, Toe, I'm so with you. You can give me a new Marvel show every fucking month. I don't care. I'm gonna watch it. This is TV that I seek out, right? But as a regular fan or some casuals or overall the condition of the MCU, I think it is a smart idea to kind of just draw back a bit. I get it.
Yeah.
Give me all the Marvel. I'm gonna be there. Like I will be there day one for Echo, 100%. And but maybe just for the sake of the future, we just back off of it.
Well, the problem that I'm seeing now is that they go it's too much, right? So when I sit here and go it's not too much for us, it might be too much for them because instead of for expanding, their studio to fit all of these shows, I'm pretty sure right now they're just having the same group of people go, all right, instead of for doing this one movie every year, you got 15 shows, 3 movies, and a musical that you need to do every year.
Cause peep game, right? Because obviously the way that I look at it, and obviously, tell me if I'm wrong or if you guys feel another way, but they've been introducing mad characters because we're gonna need mad characters for Secret Wars. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they introduced mad characters because we have mad characters in Endgame. So
But I think the difference is when they introduced mad characters in the Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
Each one of them actually went on to do what, Black Panther was in multiple shit by the time.
Sure.
Spider-Man was now in multiple shit when Captain Marvel had her movie.
Well, I mean, we had Civil War where Spider-Man came out. No, I get you. So it's who did they introduce?
What now?
These last couple of phases. Who did they introduce?
Shang-Chi. The entire Eternals team.
Guardians.
America Chavez. She-Hulk. Miss Marvel. Moon Knight. Werewolf by Night.
Wow.
Bloodstone or whatever her name, the girl who was in there with them.
Sure.
TVA. The TVA.
I don't think we needed all these shows.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Well,
okay, so then let's look at it like this.
Oh,
you're right as when it comes to story continuity.
Yeah,
there's no reason for any of these people to be here if they're not gonna do nothing.
You guys thought that, and that's another thing because greed is also at play here. Let's not.
Yeah, Bob Chapek really fucked shit up.
Bro, you guys saw an opportunity because that's the thing. They were looking at these pandemic numbers of streaming services. Well, Namor came in phase 4 or the end of 4 or the beginning of 5.
Yeah.
I don't forget. So they saw these crazy, and that's the thing, a lot of those numbers were inflated because of the pandemic. So you saw an opportunity to make a streaming service out there, and everyone and their moms did the same thing. And now everybody's like, you know what? We have 8 different streaming services. This is just fucking cable. Fuck all of this. And now the numbers are horrible. And then on top of that, you didn't put the best content on that, and you hid it behind that paywall of Disney Plus. Like, if you want to do some good, if the MCU wants to do any good right now, bro, drop Echo for free.
Well, I think it's gonna. They started it with Secret Invasion. I think it's gonna be Disney Plus and Hulu.
Doesn't sound free to me, but more access to it for sure. But
Well, I feel like more people have Hulu than
100%. But
you know what? You know what? Also,
give us. You want to give us some free stuff because clearly y'all wanted money, and everybody does this.
Yeah.
Every video game studio, movie studio, rappers, musicians, they rest on their laurels, they get complacent, and then the fans are like, garbage. No.
You know what they should have done, in all honesty? They should have made Disney Plus, the basis of it, cartoons. If they would have came out with like a brand new, fresh Avengers cartoon, like a Daredevil cartoon, like all these little cartoons, just to give us something to watch, and then the MCU drops a nugget.
So like MCU's doing their movies, and then we got like a just cool little cartoon here that
because
some X-Men 97 shit.
Something for adults that love the shit, but also the kids. Because now the kids, because where you get your most money from? The kids. Fortnite's getting all this money from the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the cartoons in there, you introduce She-Hulk in there, you get all this, and then you drop a TV show once a year. Because think about it, we didn't get anything, or like once or twice a year. We get Moon Knight, or we get She-Hulk. She's introducing one of the cartoons. She's coming from that into this. It's not the same character. It's not the same person, but we get familiar with her. Boom! Now we got the TV show.
Because we don't need to get familiar with the MCU character. We just need to get familiar with the character.
Yeah,
100.
Yeah.
No. If the problem was Disney Plus, with the you guys wanted to if you would have been like, yo, dog, look, COVID kind of fucked up our schedules, and the movies are all out of whack. We made these shows, and we kind of wanted to make some money on them, but it didn't work how we thought. So after Loki, all of these shows are now free, or like watch them on like episodes on YouTube or something. Just the fact that you made people pay for this, and the fact that y'all was charging $30 for movies. Remember, and I pay for it.
Black Widow.
I own Black Widow.
I paid for it too.
I own Black Widow. $30 I pay for that shit. So it's like,
which is weird to say because Black Widow's just on Disney Plus.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
right?
right?
It's just on there. It's not.
Yeah, like if I cancel my subscription to Disney Plus, I don't have that movie no more. It was a weird attempt at a cash grab, where it's like, bro, you just dropped 2 movies that made $2 billion.
Yo, it's like the motherfuckers who like, yo, I like to cook. I think I can open up a restaurant, and they didn't understand what it actually took for day and day functioning of payroll, inventory, stock, kitchen equipment, like.
And then the power of the internet and social media, because I've noticed it's like, let's just be honest. I understand that it's your opinion, but there's bad opinions out there. I have bad opinions about things. I get that. People have bad opinions, but the internet has this like crazy dynamic to it where you say a bad opinion, about another 5,000 people just happen to share that bad opinion. Now, in that corner of the internet, those 5,001 people are making a lot of noise, right? And during the pandemic, that started happening a lot. The rise of the podcast. I mean, podcasts had already been popping, but you had a lot of regular people go to influencer status during that time. So now, at the same time, you want to put out episode-based content, and you gave these voices in the internet a week to destroy each episode that came out. The ripple effect of that is insane, because let me tell you, if Marvel would have pulled this off at a time where social media wasn't so crazy, there would still be a lot of people enjoying it, because there isn't someone online telling them why they shouldn't. Because it's like, you may enjoy something, but then you watch someone break it down and you're like, damn, I never thought of that. And
we're guilty of that.
We're guilty of that 100. I'm not discounting us. And whether that person is right or wrong, you just swayed somebody that you might not have. So it might not have if they never saw you. And I'm not saying that's a good or bad excuse on Marvel or shielding them from the mediocre content, or some of the mediocre content that we've had on Disney Plus. But at the end of the day, the pandemic it might have seemed like the best time for it because everyone's in the crib. But Marvel, we loved you when everybody wasn't in the crib. So putting us in the crib, the pandemic, everything that going on, and then some of the mediocre content, was just a bad recipe. Just a bad recipe. Like, bro, that guy, the food guy, Keith Lee almost destroyed all cuisine in Atlanta. Like, Keith Lee is just a regular, the food Instagram content, like the food influencers are the funniest thing in the world, because they go to cities and have you recommend stuff to them, and they let you know if it's trash or not. And, most of the time you want clicks. So maybe you trash on the place a little bit. I don't think you could rate a restaurant after just one visit. I don't think so. I think you need to go multiple times, 2-3 times to see. So, that guy went to Atlanta and destroyed a couple restaurants in Atlanta, and the internet was after his head. So, the power of the influencer is crazy right now.
Yeah.
It's nuts. There's people who, that guy Keith Lee went to New York and he had a salmon chopped cheese, and New York has been in fits ever since. First of all, what the fuck is a salmon chopped cheese?
It's something that needs to get the fuck out of here.
It's something that shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
And New York is going nuts. So it's I think, again, the mediocre content.
You see, somebody like that wouldn't have lived long back in the day.
Exactly my point. And maybe you wanted to go to New York to try their chopped cheese. And now you see this guy who 5 years ago might have been just the same as you. Now you see him and you see his followers. You're like, oh man, maybe this guy's onto something. Fuck New York and their cuisine. Now you don't go. That's why they're called influencers.
Yeah.
That shit is real, man. I know people who like stuff, but they see their favorite influencer say it's whack, and they don't like it no more.
Yo, can I do a cheap plug?
Please.
This is why on the Toe in the Show, we tell y'all, when people say shit on the internet, it's very broad. They don't really mean what the fuck they're saying. A lot of the tips of the day, when I say don't believe everything people say, it's these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This is they generate shit.
Yeah.
To go, that's like if me and Cap were like, we're going to an AEW show. We can come back and be like, there was no one there. Meanwhile, the place was packed. Oh, the shit was whack. All they did was slap each other. Meanwhile, we had classic. You can literally fake the funk to get whoever the fuck you want. I did an experiment. There's this one influencer. Do you know who Sneeko is?
I know who Sneeko is.
So apparently she got popping off of Sneeko because Sneeko was trying to beat, and she was in a couple of shorts or whatever fuck with her. I followed her before that. But she said one of the quickest ways to get follows and views is if when you do your reels, don't put it in the post. Like take the post off, so it's only in your reel section. It's not in your post section. So I said, okay, I don't believe you, but let's run the experiment.
Yeah.
And if you look at my page, at one point I had two of the same videos up. One, the way I normally put it up, and the second one, the way she said to put it up.
So you have the reeler, but you take it off the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I did was I looked at the numbers after 2 weeks. I had 1,500 views off of the way I did it, and 700 off of the way she did it. And I said, you don't know shit. It may have worked for you once,
Well,
but
I mean,
it's not the truth.
You're a girl, so you automatically
Yeah,
have extra
but-
viewers. I don't mean to get into that, but it's the truth.
But get this. I took this experiment a step further. I went to her page.
Oh, man, this is
And I went to her
shit.
post. And I looked at one of the videos she had up and I said, 14 million views. I went to the reel section. It's there. 14 million views. I looked at one of the videos that she had in her reels. It's not in her post. 1.2K views. Says, so wait a minute. Are you bullshitting people so that way they don't get as many views?
So they can, because you hogging views.
Yeah, because now when people see this and they go, oh, this is a tip, everyone's looking at the video to get views on this video.
Andrew Tate said the same shit. Andrew Tate said, yo, all these rich people are telling you that money doesn't matter because they don't want you to follow the money. They don't want you to follow the bread. They want the bread off for themselves.
Yeah.
So they're going to tell you, hey, go be happy somewhere. Let me make all the money. You don't need money for happiness. Let me make it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dog. Like, and I was watching one of those food guys, right? And I follow a few of them because they're genuinely funny. But can't nobody outside of New York who don't live there tell me that they don't fuck with a chopped cheese. Okay, that's good for you. But I fuck with a chopped cheese. And there's nothing you can tell me about that.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, y'all made me see the light about KFC, but I still think Popeyes is better.
No,
y'all not gonna change my mind there.
Yeah.
But I do see where y'all coming from. So one of these guys, and I can tell that he purposely shits on people's recommendations because they keep coming back. Like, I'm okay with negative comments because it keeps you coming back. So he said something, and I don't even think he realized that he said it. So he was doing a review or whatever, and the shit that they recommended to him was actually good. And he was like, damn, I had a whole bunch of jokes written already about this, but I can't use them because it's so good. And I'm like, well, damn, you were hoping that this was bad so that you could just rank on it. And that is the mentality that a lot of people have online. And something else that I've noticed, when too much of one thing is recommended, if there's too much hype around one thing, people will start disliking it.
Yeah.
But if that one thing that's hype, let's say you've never heard about it, and you find it on your own, you're more inclined to like it because you found it on your own, as opposed to 10 people telling you how amazing it's gonna be.
Yeah.
The internet is super dangerous in that regard, bro.
And also the thing that people don't realize is that everything is personalized for each individual person.
Facts.
And what I mean is I watch a fish channel, right? Because I got fish at my job. I just got fish here, and I'm trying to figure out how to take care of them. You saw for weeks I didn't have any fish in this, and now I have 20 fish because I had to cycle the tank. When I got the tank for the job, I never knew this.
Yeah.
So I started watching. I started getting those, and this one guy recommended this one, the chlorinator, where you put tap water, there's chlorine, there's toxins and everything, and it just detoxifies it so the fish can live in it.
Yeah.
And he recommended Prime, and I had that. I bought it. I said, yo, if this is supposed to be the best, I put it in there. I ain't got to worry about it. My fish were dying at the job. I'm like, why the fuck are the fish dying? And everybody, you gotta check the nitrates and the nitrites and all this other stuff, and the pH level. I'm looking, I'm like, oh, everything's good. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then they start dying. I'm like, these fish are supposed to survive in every type of water. What's going on here? And then I did a test and I said, you know what? Fuck what they said. I did a water test and I Googled every single strip and I realized that my water was too alkaline.
Okay.
And the fish needed a higher pH. So I bought something that's to make the water the thing.
The
right?
pH level's higher.
Yeah. So I had something that these guys recommended and they were supposed to tell me the pH level. And it goes to show you, no one tells you that the fish rub up on it and it fucks it up. I put the shit in there and I'm like, yo, this didn't change the color of the shit. Next day I put, and it tells you if it doesn't change, keep putting more. I put more in there. I said, yo, hold up. Fuck this thing. Let me test it again. I went from having a light orange pH level to a bloodshot red pH level in 3 days. And my fish started like sleeping. Like my fish was just laying down like, like, oh, there's something wrong here. So we had to do massive.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, I did a water change almost every day. And I got them. And then they started acting weird. And then you start seeing like, oh, it's normal if a beta fish just lays on shit. I'm like, wait a minute. It's normal if a beta fish lays on shit all the time. It's not normal when they swim around and they're active and they're looking at you and they want food. It's not normal when they're laying on shit out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I took her out. I put some other shit in there. Then I started reading the Prime because I did all these water changes and I started running low. I said, I had one I bought from Petco that I thought sucked because my fish died.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. They didn't tell me I had to put this shit in every day when you start a new tank because of this, that. So I'm reading it. It's like, oh, this also calms the fish down. The one from Petco, not the one from Prime.
It's like catnip for fish.
So when I put that in there, I started noticing that my bully fish stopped bullying the other fish.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all lied to me because you didn't know my fish.
Yeah.
How can I learn how to take care of my fish from people who don't know my fish or my water? And that's when you learn the hard way that everything is a generalization.
Yes. You got to make your own decisions based on like reviews for shit. Bro, I tell you, swimming in sevens, is what I said earlier about video games. People would see a video game drop and see nothing but 7 out of 10s. And they'll be like, oh, hell no, I'm good. Okay. To you, that 7 out of 10 might look bad. But to me, it's not that easy to score a 9.5 on like Metacritic. In fact, most games are around the 8-ish area. You only get the big dogs up at 9. So a 7.5 isn't bad. So just take the reviews, watch some videos, and then make an educated decision on whether you want the game or not yourself. Like, and then you have people who would tell you like, oh, you don't like this because the internet is telling you not to like it. Or you like this because the internet is telling you to like this. And it's like, well, if you don't like something because the internet is telling you to like it, you're also letting the internet influence your choice. People don't recognize that.
Yeah.
Like if a million people say something is fire and you are like, I'm not even gonna, you people are so annoying about that thing, I'm not even gonna check that out. You let the internet influence you. You made a decision without even checking it out for yourself, which is crazy. There's still, I've mentioned this plenty of times here. There's still people that are proud of themselves that they never watched Game of Thrones. There's people that still post that meme. Yeah, you guys are so proud of it. And see, that's the difference between you, Cap. You actually give me fucking reasons as to why you dislike shit. But the average person will tell you, bro, man, I just heard about that shit too much, bro. I don't even want to fuck with it. So you were hearing from everybody that something was really good. And because of that, you decided not to watch it?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you need to follow the crowd, but doing the opposite of the crowd is also listening to the crowd.
Yeah.
When are people going to recognize that?
Yeah.
And that's my final thoughts on that.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things where like I pointed myself with the
And
what do you
another
call
thing,
it?
Cap,
Game of Thrones.
you don't have social media. And if you
Yeah.
had social media, I don't think you would be posting memes about how you've never watched this show. I don't
No.
think you'd do that.
You don't give a
But
shit.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
one of the this is how I judge something. If I go to Toe watched it, my cousins watched it, my aunt watched it, a lot of people I know watched it. Not a single person that I know can explain to me what the fuck happened and why it's so good.
That's a problem.
And when that happens, I don't care how good you tell me it is. It can't be that good if you can't explain to me what the fuck's going on.
100%.
To be honest with you, there's two reasons why I watched it, and I'm gonna be straight up with you: Khaleesi and Peter Dinklage. The only two reasons why I watched Game of Thrones. I just loved how Khaleesi looked and the way she said, but Peter Dinklage, for some fucking reason, the way he acted in this shit and the way he was smarter than everybody and all that other shit.
That was very cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I cannot tell you what happened. Season 1, all I know is at the end of most of the episodes, someone important died.
Season 3 is when it like,
yeah.
You know, it's
when
funny.
They killed the little bastard kid, the little fuck face that was the king, Joffrey.
Joffrey. The reason I mentioned Game of Thrones so much is because I wasn't proud that I hadn't watched it yet, but when was the last season 8 or 7?
8.
It was 8.
8. So when season 7 started, it was a fever pitch. Season 7 of Game of Thrones, they could not do any wrong. So there was somebody bought a pool into the office of who's gonna die next. It was crazy. So the reason I never watched Game of Thrones was because when I used to tell people how cool Skyrim was and how I'm a dragonborn, they all made fun of me. But now the coolest thing in the fucking world is the mother of dragons. I'm like, so when it's a video game, it's lame, but when it's a TV show, it's fire. So I was totally against that. And then this one dude goes, yo, but it's not even about dragons that much. And then I watched it, and I'm like, bro, it's just all about dragons. What the fuck are you talking? There's mad dragons here. Mad dragons. It wasn't bullying, Ty, but kinda, yeah. It made me upset. I want to speak about Skyrim with people. So other you know, I'm finally gonna watch the show. And the show's great. So I never spoke shit about Game of Thrones. In fact, I knew it was right up my damn. Oblivion is a million times better, Ty. That's the realest shit you ever said here. Realest shit you ever said. So I understood that was my cup of tea. But I didn't watch it because of how cool it was to be a nerd during that whole saga. And that's when I started recognizing, I'm like, you know what, John? You're kind of letting the populace make the decision for you. Although you're trying to be different and stay away and boycott. You're letting them make the decision for you. So just fuck everybody. And that's when I started going on that path that it's like, look, obviously you hear shit on the internet. And obviously it may sway you, but I try my hardest not to let it sway me. Like, for example, the whole Andrew Tate thing. I knew about Andrew Tate before that nigga got popular through Sneeko. Sneeko was actually a very fun dude. Did you ever see Sneeko's shit that he was doing in New York in the subway?
The train station? Yeah.
That shit was fire. It was talking about some things that I didn't agree with, but that shit was fire. And I knew about Andrew Tate through Sneeko before he got popular, before all of that shit. And a lot of people dislike Andrew Tate because the internet told you to dislike Andrew Tate. The way I saw it was like, yo, I don't think y'all should have canceled him. It's the internet. Everybody says whatever the fuck they want. I don't agree with the way you speak about certain things, but I can acknowledge that you write about some other shit too. He's very motivational when it comes to working out, taking care of yourself, defending yourself, which is cool. I just didn't agree with some things. So like,
But you know, most of the shit he says is some shit we grew up with already.
that's what I'm saying. It's just sometimes you start talking about bitches, and I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, son, you a little wild there. And it's like, that is one topic I don't need help on. Motivation to get up and go to the gym, correct supplements, you know, how to build an empire. I mean, it's funny because like Andrew Tate be charging motherfuckers for free game that's on the internet.
Yeah.
The same thing Andrew Tate teaches you is how he hooks you in, but niggas don't realize that, and it's baffling to me. But I'm not here to talk about that.
That's my biggest problem. Is
I'm not here to talk about
the biggest fucking hypocrite in the
Yo,
world.
it's insane. But
That's
regardless
why I
of
don't
that,
fucking
but
like him.
regardless of that, I made that decision on my own. I didn't let the internet do that for me, and that's the problem. There's people that don't like Andrew Tate because of the internet, and there's people that don't like Andrew Tate. There's people that like Andrew Tate because of the internet. There's people that don't like Andrew Tate because of the internet. And all I'm saying is, make your own choice.
Yeah.
Yo,
People's
started
word
watching
does
The
not have to be
Warrior
Bible.
because
Look,
of that.
to have Taekwon say, Sneeko/Andrew Tate, I avoid that side on the internet when he jerks off to plushie porn is crazy.
Word. What'd you say, Cap? Before?
He jerks off to plushie porn.
I mean,
Look
We
look
heard
at
that part.
yeah, that's what I said. Look at the Pikachu that he got there. Clearly he's jerking off to plushies.
What I had said was, I did that with the Warrior Nun. I saw a whole big mess about how Netflix had canceled it, and everybody wanted it back, and all this shit. And for a little bit, I was like, and fuck that. I was like, my dad watches this show. It's got to be fucking horrible. He's got no taste in anything. And then I sat down and watched episode 1 and finished 2 seasons. I was like, yo, this show's fucking awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a very good show.
yeah.
You know what, Ty? Whatever floats your boat.
Word.
Yeah.
Yo, but the thing I'm not letting I'm letting my prior experience influence me is the UFC 5 game. Everyone says, "Yo, this shit is fucking phenomenal." The trailer looked dope, and even Cap was like, "Yo, not for nothing, this shit looks good," and they changed the way they did everything.
Nothing will ever be better than Undisputed.
Yo, facts. That's realest shit you ever said. And number 2, I still can't get over the fact that this 2 letters, EA. I cannot let that go.
Yeah,
I cannot let EA Sports go. To me,
no, that's
you can make the best game in the world, it'd still be trash.
I hear you, man. I can never forgive EA for what they did in buying out that NFL license. I can't forgive EA for that.
Yeah.
I mean, and like, I still will play an EA game. You know, it's funny. I just downloaded UFC 4, and I started a career mode. I'm like 27-1. I actually let myself, bro. It was
On sale?
it was like a real popular fight. I think it was Kobe Covington. He submitted me,
Mm.
and I was like, you know what? I'll take the L. I'll take it. But that shit is fun, but it's not Undisputed, dog.
Yeah, man.
It's not.
Yo, I feel like what they miss in the games is the personalness. Like, I lost to Matt Serra in Undisputed 3. Was it 3 or 2?
Yeah.
Facts, Ty.
In Undisputed 3, I lost to Matt Serra. Axe Cap. I took that shit so personal.
Yeah.
And when I got my rematch, this nigga's ribs were black, bro. I didn't want to knock him out.
Yeah, he just shots.
I just straight for 5 rounds. I tortured this fucking guy.
Yeah. And you could see the bruises, which is great. Yeah.
Yo, dude, the knockout, we used to have the boxing video game. I would be the nigga like, yo, which eye?
Yo,
his left eye? Bah,
the
bah.
nu-
People would be
the
afraid to get in the ring with me.
The number of times Toe has made motherfuckers throw in the towel or the doctor stopped the fight because his eyes obliterated. I didn't even know you could do that in the game.
That's my favorite thing to do in UFC games. Like, fuck ground and pounds. Get up. I'll back up and I'll let you stand up. Because I'm going to keep beating you up. Like,
Yeah.
I love that shit. But like, to wrap everything up, because we're going over,
But before we go,
Yo, listen, I'm off for the next 3 days, so if we need to go further, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go to sleep, but
No, I
I'll
hear
give
you.
you
I hear
another
you.
10 or so minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
and Xbox has finally gotten Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
Which the head of Larian Studios forgot to say that it dropped. I watched all 3 hours of the Game Awards for nothing, waiting for the goddamn announcement, only to just on happenstance walk into my living room and turn on my Xbox just to see, and there it was.
You can download this now.
Yeah. But I just real quick, I'm gonna say this. Where I mentioned before, Elden Ring.
We're talking about Baldur's Gate 3, y'all.
Yeah. Elden Ring was a true test of character for me.
Yeah.
Like a life-changing test of character.
You came out a different person after that game, for sure.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate is a true test of my intelligence. And I am sad to report, I am not as smart as y'all motherfuckers think I am.
Nah. Watch a video, dog. Watch a video.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm playing a bard, right? There's a performance section. I've tried to look up videos. I don't know how it's used. I don't know when to use it. I don't know if there's negative consequences to just doing it randomly. I don't know if there's...
He just starts playing?
Yeah.
It's to attract people so someone can sneak off and do something else. So if you unlink your characters, that's how it works. So you could unlink, you could have your bard playing, unlink your character so they can stay around him, grab your like sneakiest character, take over them, and then walk off and do the thing as your bard is fucking playing music.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything.
Son, there's one. Have you gotten to the... What are those little fucking gremlins called? God damn it.
The goblins?
The goblins. Have you gotten to the goblin camp yet?
No, I've only made it as far as getting to the
the skeletons where Withers is at.
Yeah, yo, I got that, and I'm at the druids where I had
okay, so you got to the druids. Fantastic. The goblin camp, there is like 35 ways to beat that whole thing. Yeah, that's true, Todd. That's a good point. But there's 30. I heard, I'm not even going to say it. I saw someone on the comments say, hey, I did this. And he had 7,000 likes on his comment. Like, yo, you can do that? And he was like, yeah. It's that kind of game. And look, something I will tell you before you go on. Don't be afraid to think about this game in a real life D&D session setting.
No, that's wrong.
No, you can do so much things in this game.
That's wrong. Because like I said, I had my friend watch me play.
What happened?
Right? I've already built built two characters as if I was playing actual D&D, and then went and tried to do real D&D things, and couldn't do them in the game. So the skeletons, right? In real D&D, what I would have done, because they were all dead, there was a room off to the side. I would have picked them all up, put them in the room, closed the door. You can't do that in the game.
Okay, sure, but I mean, like, how to solve shit. Like, no, there's certain things that maybe you can't pick up a character and put them away because of constraints of a video game. Sure, but don't be afraid to look around, jump up to places, get high ground. You know, don't be afraid don't be afraid to fuck with traps. Cause like I remember telling myself, like, damn, I really gotta be, cause the way I was looking at it, like, oh, that's a video game. You shouldn't be able to do this. Oh, you could fucking do it. Yeah, I ran into that a lot. I'm not
smart enough to figure that shit out. Dude, my boy was laughing at me for fucking 2 days as I kept getting my party fucking massacred because I couldn't figure out how to fucking tactician this shit.
Yeah.
Because
no. The learning curve is steep for sure.
I don't think that way. They don't tell me what the mechanics are. This is not the game I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Because I thought it was going to be oh, this is D&D. I understand the rules of D&D. I know how this should function.
There is
And
a
then it
constraint.
doesn't function like that at
There is
all.
There's a
Yeah.
constraint to video game for sure.
Yo.
Like,
Cap downloaded it, and I think he saw like the opening video and said, "Do not download this game, so you won't like this."
I played
Oh,
the first
no,
10.
yeah.
I played the first 10 minutes. I was like, "To, you're not gonna like this game at
yeah,
all."
no.
But I'm telling you, I guarantee you, the whole learning disability shit that I have and all that, I am not going to see. Dude, I got into a fucking, what do you call it? The first time I went up to where you get withers and the gnome dude is talking to the guy, my bard, I tried my way out of that situation. They were like, all right, cool. We'll bounce.
Love it.
My warlock, I couldn't try my way out of it. We had to fight. And I'm sitting there for 10 minutes like, yo, these motherfuckers have too high health. None of the shit I have can fucking damage them. I'm like, yo, the game was for 30 minutes, not anything. I'm in initiative. Nothing has been done because I'm like, yo, I don't see a way out of this. This is the Kobayashi Maru for me. I don't see a way out of this. And then my boy turned around and was like, yo, he's like, I'm tired of just sitting here watching you do some shit. You see the crate up there? I was like, yeah. He's like, hit the fucking crate. He's like, hit the crate. How the fuck you? I hit the crate, smashed the thing in, those two died, and then I only had to worry about 2 more people. And even that was a shit show because this game is not, I'm not built to play in the functionality of this game.
I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying.
This game, I'm going to play it. This game is going to be rough for me. And I'm going to walk out of this game feeling like the biggest fucking idiot.
Nah, you'll get it. Trust me. And I'm telling you, watch a
Cabs.
15 things I knew before playing Baldur's Gate 3.
I've seen all of them. And it's not going to help me.
Nah, man, come on, man. Watch them for real. Because
I
had that same learning curve.
I can't wait to come back. And when I get to Act 2 or when I get to Act 3 or when I give you my final report, I can't wait to come back and tell you how I had to solo this game because all my companions died.
You know, it's a thing. So who's in your party now?
Right now I have Shadowheart. I have Asterion, who I call Lestat because he's the vampire.
100%. That is Lestat. Yes.
I got Gale.
Gale
Force Winds, the wizard.
Okay.
And then myself.
So you got a full party.
Yeah. I had the Githyanki. I'm waiting to get.
I hate her.
I'm waiting actually to swap her out so I can go talk to her people, her cachet.
Yeah, I completely have skipped that part. I have not done that part at all. I just not fucking with the Githyankies. I just don't like them.
Yo,
now Shadowheart. Shadowheart gets anything she wants.
No, I'm about to turn around to Shadowheart and be like, yo, if you don't shut the fuck up for a second.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about the Githyanki, bro. She's so negative.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this. So that
Shadowheart doesn't trust nobody. I'm like, yeah. She's like, Gale's fucking up. I'm like, my man, we just saw this dude. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't trust anybody, especially a fucking Githyanki. But I'll tell you this.
Racist.
There's a character I don't want to tell you. The minute this character got into my party and I removed the Githyanki, the conversation changed so much. And it was so positive, and Shadowheart was starting to like this character, and the conversation was just so different. It was fun as hell.
I'm waiting to find my girl, Kareth, the fucking red tiefling.
Karlach. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Karlach changed the dynamic of the team so much. It was so fun. Like even the talks. Did you so you just got to the
so 2 things happened. One,
the bears
with my warlock, I got to the camp of the druids. Yeah. And then my boy said I said no saves coming, right?
I respect that.
I don't do that.
I respect that.
But I will do this. If I die, I will send my party in there to die, and then we just TPK and we do the fight again.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because
at the end of the day, it's a video game. So
yeah, because my boy's like, oh, just finish. My boy's like, yo, you can just finish the game with the party members. It don't even have to be you. And I'm like, there's no point to play if I'm not in it, motherfucker. Like if I die, the game. I was like, if I die, the game's over. I had fun and I go home.
The only reason I don't like that, you can do that, but something that I ran into, like when you, let's say you're your character and you go speak to someone, what you choose to say, you never speak it.
Yeah.
While your teammates and your party members speak. So let's say you take Shadowheart with over 10 hours of lines and recording. If you speak to someone, you're speaking to them as main character, even though you're Shadowheart. So when you pick a line or a choice to say, she won't say it. And I didn't like that. So like when I answer people, I answer as my character because I'm expecting my Tav, because I'm expecting them not to speak, but I want everyone else around me to talk. And Asterion, fuck that guy. I don't like everyone online loves him.
Dude, he's the only one in my party. So I figured out how to bring him back. I figured out what went wrong. But when he died, I was like, my boy's like, yo, you gonna resurrect him? I was like, nah, fuck it, he's good. I just walked away. I just left him on the steps. But then I figured out, because I needed to know there was something that was blocking him. I needed to know why it was being blocked.
Yeah.
And then I figured it out. So for future, then I brought him back. But again, I'm not gonna save scum. I'm not gonna do anything. My warlock, I made it to the camp. I didn't want to fight the little fucking druid bitch.
Yeah.
But yo, this is why I say I'm stupid. She trapped me in the room, right? She poisoned me.
Yeah.
I thought I was telling her. I was like, yo, I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna help. She poisoned me. So I just started walking around the room, touching shit. And my boy tells me, my boy's like, yo, Vic, you know you could just leave the room, right? And when I hear I could just leave the room, I went, oh, I went to look for the door. I got to the door, triggered a fight. I was like, I don't want to fight this bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, because I know if I fight her, I gotta go fight the druids and all these. I was like, I don't want to fight this.
Yeah, the whole city is after you. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. So I let her kill me, and I let her TPK.
So you could.
Yeah. And my boy's like, "Oh, your save's coming." I was like, "No." He's like, "Dude, this is why I say I feel dumb," because he was like, "Yo, why'd you do that? You could have just killed her, or you."
I mean, it's real easy. First of all, you know what you need to do? Get him off of your stream. My man is just providing negative energy. Of course, he's telling you all of that. He beat the game.
But like, the funny thing is, I'm like, yo, Jay, I left the room because you said all I can do is walk the fuck out. He was like, no. He's like, yo, you're in a puzzle. I was like, where the fuck you say I'm in a puzzle? He's like, but you were already touching things. And again, I felt stupid in this moment because I was like,
backseat gaming is frustrating.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck you mean I'm in a puzzle? He's like, but you were already touching things. I was like, I was just touching shit on a happenstance. I didn't know this was a fucking puzzle. Or what? I didn't see it. I was just like, oh, this is blue. Let me touch it. I was waiting for the poison to kill me.
Keep watching those videos, man, and you'll get it. You know what though? The thing about Asterion, I was rocking with him because I didn't have a rogue. And not for nothing, he was carrying. When he hides, if he's hidden, any hit I get on you is what is it called when you roll 2 dice?
Advantage.
Yeah, it's super advantage. And his bow with advantage of sneak is that you're one-shotting people.
Not for me at this early stage.
Nah. I was one-shotting early. Yo, off the sneak and advantage, one-shotting.
Dude, okay. I just killed the skeletons. I had him hide. and do all that shit. It took him 4 shots to kill one dude with sneak attack. It took him 5 shots to kill the other dude with sneak attack because even though I aimed at the fucking guy, I hit the pillar.
You hit the ground. Yeah, that happens. That happens.
So, dude, again,
So this is what you're
rolling
gonna
the
do.
dice.
So this is what you're gonna do. What's that spell that this bitch gets?
Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing that's not like D&D at all. I didn't know going in that I had to be personally responsible for playing my entire party.
Well, yeah.
I'm not used to playing wizards, rogues, clerics, and all that.
So,
When they level up, I don't know what the fuck they need. I don't know what's good. I'm not used to.
So you're gonna have to keep playing. So I'll tell you this: with Shadowheart, the build I have on Shadowheart is crazy because I did a max initiative build on her. So her initiative is like plus like 7. So she's always rolling first. So as soon as I get her, the first thing I do is buff the party. And then I may have I may have a bonus action left. And what I do is I'll conjure a weapon. So that's an extra person that I have there. So I just buff the whole party. And
so you use spiritual weapon?
Yeah, and I added an extra weapon. And if you learn which weapons hurt what, you can start doing extra damage on a lot of these creatures.
Yeah.
So that's important to know. So like she is always, her initiative super high. She's always starting. By the time she's done, I already got an extra person and the party's buffed. So it'll take a while to fuck around.
That shit is not my D&D experience because I don't play those characters.
I hear you.
I don't know those things.
Lego Fortnite shit is crazy, Krills. Fortnite just put other games in Fortnite, and it's crazy right now.
You know how EA Sports says if it's in the game, it's in the game?
Yeah.
Fortnite, during that whole fucking game show awards, Fortnite was like, yo, if it's in Fortnite, you can do it.
Yeah.
You come to us, you can do whatever you want.
There's a Rocket League in Fortnite. There's freaking Lego
Rocket
in
League
Fortnite.
Racing.
It's insane, but keep at it. I want the progress report next week. I want to hear how it goes.
Well, I only get to really play on the weekends.
No,
so.
Same here. I get you a couple hours. Let me know. But it was the same thing for me, bro. I did not start really understanding that game until like I was 20 hours in.
Yo, I swear, the only real thing I want in the tutorial, tell me what buttons bring up what menus.
Yeah, it's rough.
Because I mistakenly watching all these videos with, I guess they're playing on PC, where everybody has their layout at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, it must be nice.
No, for the Xbox, I gotta click 4 different buttons to bring up 4 different screens and scroll through shit.
You got the wheels.
With my dyslexia, you know how many times I tried to bring up an action and I wound up triggering my party, and I'm like, fuck, I switched my character.
And you know what else is crazy? When they level up. There's so many choices when they level up.
Yo,
yeah. And you could just like changing your spells and no. Trust me, learning curve is crazy. But once you get it, you'll get it.
Dude, I'm super good. If this was a job, I'd learn this shit quick. I'd have had this done already. Over a weekend, I'd have had it done. This isn't a job. This is for fun. My brain don't work.
Well, I'm quite the opposite. My brain works for fun, not so much on the job. Yeah. No, man, you'll get it. Just stick at it, please.
I had no choice but to stick. I gotta beat this game. That's ever since Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
My stance has been if I buy a game, I play it all the way through.
Regardless. Oh man, that is not my stance at all. I will leave a game 50% done. I don't give a fuck. Like if it's not for me, it's not for me. I've bought video games that I've played for 5 hours. I'm like, man, don't force yourself through a video game.
Lords of the Fallen shouldn't have been for me, but I fucking finished it.
Well, it does feel good, especially when you unlock some trophies. But yo,
all right. On that note,
sorry for the nerd rant late.
Yo, this is a nerd show. Fuck that. We nerd out here.
But you know,
It bees what it bees.
Sometimes you can get over nerdy for sure, but yeah, it's been a
I'm
pleasure.
not gonna apologize for being me.
It's a pleasure always, man.
That's why we're not a podcast, we're a talk show, because
we're a talk show. I like it.
Yeah. Everybody's involved, even the fucking audience.
Yo,
sure.
I hope I can't see anything, but I hope to the universe, because I'm not religious. I hope to the universe that Ray is sitting in the waiting room because he showed up late and we're about to bounce out.
Yo, I even forgot that. He said he's gonna be late.
See? Told you he's a prima donna ever since I put him on the toe in the show. He is not in the waiting room, though.
He's like an NFL receiver right now.
Yeah. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads.